Hello guys, how's everyone? I think moving out is the only option. Oh, you're talking about Delhi? I think they have lifted the ban though. So we have Ram here today.
Hi everyone.
He has been helping us with paths all this time. Videos में तो देखा ही होगा. Another question I need to ask is, do you guys want today's live to be in Hindi? We can do it in Hindi if you want it. Just spam the language. Just spam the language you want the live to be in, and we'll select that language. English, okay. English, no Hindi please. Okay, guys, chill. Okay, English. So yeah, most people are asking for English, so we'll keep it English. So how's everyone doing? What were your thoughts on today's video? What did you think about it? Hey Prerak and Ram, Kashish Mittal. Hello, how
Hi.
are you? मराठी माझा मराठी मालित नहीं ऐसा कुछ I don't know. I know very little Marathi. Kannada, no, I don't know any Kannada. There's no going back now. That is true. We have dug too far into the engine or this build to go back. So there is obviously no going back. Ram bhai, big fan.
Thank you.
पंजाबी.
Thank you autogram.
राम भाई पंजाबी की रिक्वेस्ट आई है.
Oh नहीं.
Love from Goa. Thank you so much. Get another supercharger. I don't think we need to get another supercharger. We need another supercharged engine probably. We will most probably get a new car. We are not able to find the block. How are you doing, Skyline Vista? You guys are so techy. Are we techy?
I don't think so. Not that techy as of now.
Yeah.
We are still learning, right?
Ram OP. Spectre TSI. Yes, we will get a C6 A6. Use V6 TFSI engine block difficult to find? Yes. Very difficult to find. I mean, it's not just difficult to find.
People here even haven't heard about it.
Yeah.
That if anything exists in petrol for such a car. Everyone knows about diesels and 3-liter TDI, but V60 SI.
थोड़ा इधर आ जाओ. आप चैट से छुप रहे हो. चैट आपके ऊपर में चैट छोटी करनी पड़ेगी रुको. Now Ram is visible. Or should we bring the chat here? I guess we can bring it.
Maybe
here.
in the center.
Now this is cool. नहीं वो ऑप्शन नहीं है. बॉक्स ही बनेगा उसका चैट का. Okay, we missed a lot of messages. Hey Priyanka, and LED parking light, but on MID I can see the indicators are hyper flashing. Solution is don't put LED indicators at the front and at the back. Just put them either at the front or at the back. If you put it in both, they will hyper flash, right?
They will both. They usually don't work for very long.
Yeah.
Sooner or later they'll start to hyper flash. There's no option to get rid of it.
Did you get the engine block? Nope, not able to find it. First thing first, find who worked on this car before and we send them to hell. We don't know who worked on this engine previously. If we did, we would have talked to them and be like, why did you do what you did?
We would have been able to explain to you guys that what exactly was the issue, why was the engine rebuilt in the first place, and what they did, but we don't know anything about it, no history, not at all.
Is your A6 have the same engine as in the A4, as in the S4? Yes, it is the same 3.0 TFSI. Same engine as S4, S5, the B8 and B8.5. What will be next project? We will think about it once this one is done. Guys, you do this as a hobby or you have a workshop? It's mostly a hobby at this point. We don't have a public workshop, it's mostly a hobby and we work on some customer cars, some. Bro, why didn't you choose BMW 325i? It's cheap, straight 6, rear wheel drive, naturally aspirated. If we would have found a rigged 325i, we would have picked it up. But we got this one. Audi S4 you can get. The only S4s on sale are like 15, 20 lakhs. And there was one on sale in Chandigarh for 25 lakhs, the red one.
Yes, 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 yes.
25 lakhs or something. So S4s are even more rare than the A6 3.0 TFSI. What Audi was I driving in the last video? It was the Audi A3, not the A6. How much money you spent in total on the A6? At the end of this series, we will reveal it. At the very end of the series, we will give you a breakdown of all the costs that we have spent on this car.
Slow कर लो bro chat. Chat slow कर लो.
हाँ बहुत तेज हो रही है ना. अभी एडिट नहीं होगा. Okay, the chat is too fast. Let's go to some older questions. It's too fast. Sad that happened to the Audi. I had been watching since when the adapter for the all-wheel drive for the Goa came from Canada. Oh yeah, and it is talking on the V8 S6 project. You know, I was just talking about it earlier that we need a V8 twin turbo. We need the S6. That is such a great engine. So in the future we might get it. You are based in which state? Panchkula, Haryana. Remove chat from Ram. Removed it, sir. Removed it. Is getting a block from outside an option? What do you mean by outside? If you mean overseas, yes, that is an option, and most probably we will get it from overseas. Prerak, what do you do for a living? Like, do you have fine front? This is a genuine question. Please answer. We just source parts and work on some cars, but since this was a little bit too tolling, so I had to borrow some money from my dad. Obviously, for this car, we have spent more than 4 lakhs so far. I think
4 lakhs is what we know.
Yeah, 4 lakhs is what we know. We don't know how much we have spent. Oh God.
Too quick.
ये लो chat रोक दी.
Thank God.
Hey Prerak, how much does the new block cost for the 3.0 TFSI? The quote that we got from Delhi was 60,000 rupees, but I'm pretty sure he will try to sell it for a little bit more because this price was given to us back like 2 years before. It was given to a friend of ours and he said that he was asking for 60,000, but if we were to ask him today, he would definitely ask for more, but we couldn't contact that person in Delhi. So 1.8 swap in GDTSI happening soon on our channel, but not in any of our cars. Bro, will you sell the A6? Please don't sell it. It suits you well. I haven't even driven it now. I don't know if it suits me well or not, but
We have driven it with the ratchet.
yeah, we have driven it with the ratchet.
So it's not going anywhere soon. Yes, we'll first drive it with the steering wheel, then we'll decide that what we need to do with it.
We have to fix a lot more things. Buying PQ cars still better than MQB due to parts quality, your opinion? No, still go for MQB for future proofing your builds. PQ is really old now, really old. Unless you're looking at a secondary car, like if you don't wish to keep it as a primary car, you should have an MQB. How much cars Ram has? Ram will answer that.
3 cars. A Polo GT TSI, Volkswagen Jetta. I'm sorry, obviously it's a Volkswagen, and a Tiguan diesel.
So all 3 are Volkswagens.
Yeah, and surprisingly, I didn't plan for a Volkswagen to be all 3 of them, but it just happened.
Yeah, something that just happened with us.
Yeah, you know it better.
Does Ram work for any company?
No.
He doesn't.
I work for myself,
Yeah.
not for any company.
So he has all 3 Volkswagens. How is the maintenance on all of them?
Lovely. Once you start doing it, you don't get time to do anything else.
Yeah.
The Jetta has taught
That has
us
shown
a
us
lot of
pretty well,
things.
yeah. The Jetta has left Ram stranded on the highway twice.
Twice.
Yeah.
Once it happened when I bought the car, and it was only 2 days since I bought the car. And second time it happened under
10,000 kilometers.
10,000 kilometers or 6 months maybe.
Yeah, under 6 months.
And
DSG
the
failed.
second time the DSG just completely
Yeah.
gave up. And
When his DSG gave up, I was putting the DSG in the LoRa. So I started questioning it, should I be doing it or not? But by the time we had installed the DSG in LoRa, and the gearbox out of the LoRa went into the Jetta. So that gearbox is still working.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I haven't seen any Jetta 1.9 TDI with a 6-speed manual petrol gearbox.
Yeah,
And
6-speed manual.
it works beautifully. I have like driven it for like 35,000 kilometers. And
Damn,
it,
35?
yeah, and it is working flawlessly. It is my daily driver and it works like flawlessly. Touch wood.
Touch wood. How to buy 10 plus years car from Delhi? I don't think you can buy them anymore. The EOL rule is being lifted.
NOC would be the main issue for
Yeah.
re-registering it into your state. Rest, if you want to drive it on DL number only, you can buy it. There's no issue regarding it.
But it'll expire. Thank you for the subscribe. But it'll expire soon because
Yes. After 10 years for diesel cars, you won't be able to get any NOC or any support from the Delhi government. So please consider before buying it. 10 years for diesel cars and 15 years for petrol cars.
please tell me what is the plan right now for Audi A6. We are looking for a block. We will finish it obviously. Miscellaneous expenses unknown. Yes, they're unknown. We don't know how much we exactly spent. But I have written every part that we bought. But I didn't write a lot of expenses. You know, we bought so many special tools for this car. I didn't account for those because it's like they are tools, they are investment. So a lot of such things are just unaccounted for. But what we have accounted for are parts and the coding sessions that we did. Those were like 25-30,000 rupees alone. Bro, come to Bangalore soon, Arjun here. Hi Arjun. Oh yes, the LoRa MT to DSG plan. Yes, we will definitely do that. What is the true potential of Virtus 1 liter on stage 3? What is it, Ram?
180 bhp on wheels max, but trust me, you will be putting that engine through a lot of strain. Not worth it. That engine has some failure points.
Thank you for the
don't do
subscribe.
it.
Yeah, 1 liter TS is not that refined.
Yes.
Even in the last live, someone was asking between a comparison between the 1.5 and the 1 liter, and I was preferring the 1.5 a lot because it's not refined and it has a lot of injector issues.
Injector issues as well.
Yeah.
Not worth it.
Indian Matt Armstrong and Chris Fix. I don't think we are anywhere close.
Not at all, bro. Not at all.
Ram, do you like diesel or petrols?
Actually,
Yeah. He's our diesel king.
I have not thought about it yet. I like petrols mainly because they're very quick to respond, loud and fast. Diesels are also fast, but I don't know. Maybe I'll choose petrols over the diesels.
Will you?
No.
He won't choose a petrol over a diesel. He has 2 diesels and 1 petrol.
And even before that petrol, I had a diesel Polo.
Yeah.
So,
The Polo is still here for sentimental value.
yeah.
What would be a wise pick to choose? What would be a wise pick to choose a pre-loved German under 10k?
10k or 10 lakhs.
10k or 10 lakhs? Or do you mean 10,000 kilometers? I don't think any German is pre-loved, honestly. If someone has a 10 lakhs, he says, under 10 lakhs. A pre-loved or a pre-owned? I think you said pre-owned. Pre-owned, under 10 lakh. What German car is there? I think just a Polo, Vento.
Polo went to MU Rapid. Only get it because if they are maintained, if you have the proper service record, only get them.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
But if you're
no
thinking
point.
about getting an A6 or something for under 10 lakhs, you'll be doing everything that we are.
Don't do it. Don't do it. It'll cost you 15 to 20 lakhs.
Yeah.
Easy. So don't do it.
There's a guy selling A6 engine block for 93,000, good condition. Bangalore JP Nagar side, bro. If you're interested, contact me. The seller, the car is 3 liter 2015 A6.
2015 had a different engine number. The engine code was different.
It was updated, but I think that can work.
Maybe our accessories won't. Our piston rings would work. Our pistons might work.
Yeah.
But we'll have to check it with the engine code first.
2015 is an updated. But yeah, I'll try to contact you, Amit, Sajit. I will try to contact you for it. 93,000 is like, I think it's a good price. Thanks for the super chat, but guys, please don't send super chats. I will respond to all the questions that I can anyway. Recommendations for Polo mods, 1.2 MPI.
Just get a stage 1 tune.
That's better air intake and a stage 1 tune.
Yeah, stage 1 tune will sort all of your problems.
You are not in the frame.
Oh.
I'm a teenager, just turned 19. There are chances are going to be part of our journey, not for money, but for my passion. Where are you located, Shashank? Let us know. I'm planning to buy a 2015. I'm planning to buy comfortable for touring, probably diesel, driving 2-3 kilometers, 2-3 kilometers monthly. Suggest me a car under 15 lakhs. Kia or like a Creta or a Seltos might be good for you.
Yeah, Toyotas as well. Toyotas, diesels. Corolla Altis. That is a good car as well.
Yeah. You'll find great cars in the 15 lakh range, new and used. You'll get a used Corolla probably.
Yeah, used Corolla, but that is a very reliable.
How much does the Camry go for? I think about 20-25 lakhs, right?
Easy.
Yeah.
Old Camrys, 2014, 2015 Camrys are 10, 12, 13 lakhs easy.
But they're amazing cars though.
Yeah. But
Spoily bhai frame. Frame now spoily bhai. How will we all fit? We have spoily here as well. Can you outsource an RS6 engine? Can I outsource an RS6 engine to do what?
बहुत फास्ट है वो तो पढ़े ही नहीं जा रहे.
बस रोक दिया. Will you take my Renault Kwid in exchange for your A6? Does your Renault Kwid run? And does it mix coolant and water, coolant and oil? If not, I will take it. Is 2009 Honda Civic good for a project car? I think it has been done a lot of times in India and people should look for more unique builds.
People now have went beyond just modding it. They are swapping K24s into it, K20s. Yeah. So it is a good car, but try something else now.
19 lakhs used S4. Too expensive in my opinion. But I mean S4 is a good car and again we can consider it, but it won't be very good for the content anyway.
Yeah. We need something that we could work on by ourselves. We could build it by ourselves.
Yeah. Please mention where you are buying and ordering the parts from. Here. I just sent him the part number and he finds them. I answered this question in the previous live as well. Best suspension and brake upgrade for VW Polo TSI, Ram?
Depends on your budget first of all. Brakes, I would say OEM only. OEM rotors, the imported ones. Good brake pads, 80 I guess?
80.
Yeah, and suspension you could go and you choose anything from TRW, Sash, Bilstein. But again, your budget.
Yeah, budget is the main concern while doing
brakes you can also upgrade them, BBK.
Yeah, 288 or 312 based on the budget.
Yeah.
Bro, what are special VCDS tweaks for Audi A6? We will find them out once the car runs, you know. It doesn't even run right now.
Once the car has no fault codes, we'll work with that as well.
Hi, please guide me. I want to swap instrument cluster from Type 1 Polo to Type 2 Polo. I have pin code of old cluster. I have VCDS. You don't just need VCDS. You need, what is that tool?
There is a tool, and you send us your old cluster, new cluster keys and ECU, and we'll get it done for you. Just plug and play.
Contact Evo Retrofit. He will do that for you.
Don't worry about it.
What is your dream car, Ram?
Honestly, I don't know.
It's such a wide question. What is your dream car? But still, what is your attainable dream car that you would want to have in like the next 5 years, let's say?
Next 5 years?
Yeah.
Maybe the old M3,
The E92.
E92.
E92 M3.
Yeah.
Nice.
I would not say attainable, but for the next 5 years I can work on it,
Yeah.
so that in the next 10 years I might have it.
Spoily is proud that you mentioned a BMW. Any recommends for the 2018 Polo 1 liter MPI? Where can I get it tuned? Exactly, I'm from Hyderabad. Who are the tuners in Hyderabad?
A lot of tuners. There are a lot of tuners.
I think Quick Shift Performance is from Hyderabad. Let me confirm. So they can help you with the tune. Yep, Quick Shift Performance is from Hyderabad. They can help you with the tune. This is their ID. It won't be visible, okay. But yeah, you can get it tuned from there. But a 1 liter MPI, you won't get the most bang for your buck. But if you are,
You'll get drivability gains basically. Don't expect power from it.
yeah. I'm currently working on building a go-kart and I'm planning to use a used 2013 Swift engine. That is a huge engine for a go-kart. Damn.
K12 or D13?
Yeah, which engine are you talking about? But anyway,
Still it
those
is a big
engines
engine.
are way too huge for a go-kart. What you should make is a formula car out of those engines.
Yeah. You need brakes as well.
Yeah. Is it okay to use 10W50 on a stage 1 tune 1.5?
No.
That's too thick.
Do you don't want to use your car?
No, don't use 10W40, use 5W40, right?
10W50.
Yeah, use 5W40, don't use 10W50, that's too thick. What is Damos? Ram, do you have Damos for 1.6 degree?
Yes.
He does. What is that?
Tool.
Oh, tool. He has it. Can you fit Mark 5 Jetta with Mark 7 steering wheel? You can.
Yes, we
You
can.
You
Yes.
can.
Mine is a 2008 Jetta with the older BCM, the older modules, central convenience module as well. I just updated the steering wheel column module and I am now running a Polo steering wheel on it. So it is very easy.
Do you regret this project? For a flash, for like a tiny, thank you for the subscribe, for the tiniest second when they told me that the block is bad, I was like, why did I pick this? But then very soon I became solution oriented and I was like, okay, it's time to find a new block. We cannot just sit here and be like, why did I buy this? I cannot crib about it. So no, I do not regret getting this car. Can I fit turbo in my old Baleno? Will it make sense? Again, if you are going to pick up such a project, pick up with a better engine, I would say. Prerak's dream car. I think I answered it in the last video.
I need to know it as well.
Audi A6 Plus. Attainable dream car. That is the attainable dream car. So, but an unattainable dream car would be the Bugatti Veyron Super Sport. Why do I say unattainable? I don't know if I'll be able to get it in this lifetime, but hopefully.
No,
Hopefully.
we'll both try to get it. Spoiler will get one as well.
We'll all have Bugattis. Bro, is it worth doing a headlight swap for a Polo GT or a GTI? For a GTI, probably. For a Polo GT, no.
But I think you'll kill the fun factor of the GTI. You'll add so much weight, you'll just, that car won't be a daily anymore. So, is it really worth it?
The thing is, the true legacy of a GTI is
Exactly.
that it is a front wheel
It is a front wheel drive.
Yeah. That is the true legacy of it. So, that would be killing that legacy. Maintenance of Veyron. We will do it ourselves, bro. Maintenance of Veyron. We will do it ourselves.
If we can do the 3-liter TFSI.
We will open all 16 drain plugs and drain the oil from
See,
it.
we are already working with a 6-cylinder.
Yeah.
We just need to work with 10 more. Not a big issue. We'll just not kill ourselves doing it, but we'll do it. No issue.
Bro, once you had a seatbelt chalan in Panchkula. Yes, I did, bro. But the thing is, I was wearing the seat belt. I'll tell you what. I was wearing the seat belt. It was for something else, but they were like, okay, we'll input seat belt. I was like, I've worn seat belt all my life, and this is what you'll do to me. They're like, we have to input something, so they just input seat belt.
And it was red instead of black.
Yeah.
And they might not have seen it. You made this public. Seatbelt thing.
What is your opinion about swapping a Virtus with 2.0 TSI? Someone is doing it in Delhi. What was his name? There is a person putting a... No. There's a person putting a VRS 230 engine in their Slavia. I have forgotten their name. This happens. When I'm on live, I forget things, and then later when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, this person.
But yes, it is possible.
Yeah, it is
Very much
possible, and the entire chassis can support it. So it is totally possible. It just depends on how deep your pockets are. The chat isn't updating for some reason. I don't know why. How did you guys gain this so much knowledge on cars? It is from your degree or anything else? Any tips to gain knowledge? Ram will answer this. Because I answered this in the previous video.
I don't have a degree in this field. I'll just say that. But passion?
Yeah,
Passion is all I can say.
Yeah. Code 6 or e-tuners or TVS TCU map for 1.5 Virtus. So Ram has... What tune are you running on your Polo, Ram?
Code 6.
And what tune are you running on your Tiguan?
E-tuners.
So he has been in both parts of this world, Code 6 or e-tuners, and they are asking for a TCU map for 1.5 Virtus.
See,
Is the TCU even unlocked?
TCU can be unlocked. It is doable. But again, for the map thing, again, pockets. TVS map is not cheap.
I think the best would be a TVS though. Not sure. The chat isn't updating as you're typing, so please bear with us. Your opinion on Skoda Octavia VRS 600 in Hyderabad, the all-wheel drive 600 Octavia VRS. What is your opinion on it?
Good car, good job.
Crazy amount of work done to the
Yeah.
engine.
Yes.
A
It
lot
has
of
been
work.
Fully built, reinforced. Again, pockets should be deep. We can do anything with any car basically.
Yeah. But like
Arey yaar,
But like to get 600 horsepower out of that engine is a crazy deal. So, bro, which is the best, 2-liter TDI or 3-liter TDI? Our Diesel King will answer this.
See, if you like peace of mind, if you would like to live your life, go for a 2-liter TDI.
If you like to live your life
If you
peacefully.
don't, if you go for a 3-liter TDI, it will give you a lot of fun. But what will happen after that, I'm not aware of it. Because I'm not capable enough to own a 3-liter TDI. I don't have enough cuts. Simple.
It'll leak everything. Like it'll leak oil, it'll leak coolant. You put something in it and it will leak.
Timing it.
Yeah, that one day you'll have to do its timing. That you'll regret. Because we have to do the timing of the V6 ourselves, and that's just a petrol one, not even the diesel one.
PCVs, no, it doesn't have a PCV, but the coolant lines beneath the intake, no. I'm not
Auxiliary water pump bypass in VWAG using resistance. Share your views. Why would you do that?
Because those fail a lot, and what people do is people just switch it off from the ECU. What they do is, it is a very common practice here. I think it is a very common practice all over the world that what people do is, if a coolant pump has been failed, they'll just read the ECU file, they'll send it to a tuner or an editor, and they'll just switch off the DTC for that specific water pump or EGR or anything. It is very common in 1.2 TDIs and 1.6 TDIs. Water pump and EGR.
So it is the extended coolant pump.
Yeah. So they just
remove it entirely.
No.
They just delete the DTC for it.
DTC for it. The old water pump, additional water pump will stay in place. It's not a healthy thing to do. Please don't do it. Hotspots, if you have heard anything about it, it's not good for the coolant and for your block. As simple as that.
And that auxiliary pump helps with the cooling even after the engine has been shut off.
Yes, only that pump runs after the engine is shut off. So your mechanical water pump stops as soon as we switch off the car. So
it is vital for a turbo.
Yeah. Very important for the turbo actually.
So you shouldn't do that. It will be much cheaper to fix the pump rather than
To fix the engine. We are going through it. Please don't do it.
your favorite F1 driver. I don't follow F1.
Me neither. Honestly, me neither.
I'm not a huge fan of the sport. Diesel King Ram, yes, he is our Diesel King. Opinions on Cruise. It was a great car for its time. People didn't appreciate it enough, and people I think appreciated 10 years ago. Like when it was discontinuing in 2015, people started to recognize that it is a great car. And then everyone was like, I need a Cruise. But great car, great power, very well built, very heavy. What do you think of Alto VX1? Where did the question go? Someone is asking what we think of the Alto as a project. And when we were coming back from Jalandhar, we were just discussing that we should get a Zen as a project. We should buy a Zen for like 20,000-30,000 and then put a G16B in it.
I remember back in the day when I was just a little kid, my family used to own a Zen, a white Zen.
The older the older shape or newer shape?
The jelly bean Zen.
The jelly?
Jelly bean Zen.
Okay.
I don't know the model year, but it had the carbureted engine, so it should be before 2000s.
Yeah.
And I remember how fast it used to go. And that was all for me. It was like it's going. Oh my God, 120. Now 120 feels nothing. So yes, it is.
It is a good project.
We should do it next time. We should do
Once we're done with the A6, we will pick up a Zen and put a G16B in it. Yeah. That should be a quick project as well.
Very quick.
It shouldn't take that. Yeah, it shouldn't take that long. There are barely any electronics to take care of. No canvas, nothing of that sort.
We can even run a standalone ECU for it if we plan to go for another engine.
We can just use its shell and use everything else from another car. Any recommended tunes for Polo 1.2 MPI in Delhi? There are a lot of tuners in Delhi, man. A lot of tuners. Like contact like XPEC Automotive or someone, and you will find like even they have a lot of tunes to offer. So sleeper car, yes, the Zen would be an ultimate sleeper car. Best additive for diesel. Spoily, which is the best additive for diesel?
Get a triple shot.
So Spoily's friend does triple shot and they have a lot of fuel additives, so you should check them out. Q3 2-liter TDI AGR, where can I source?
Do let me know. You can drop a DM and I'll send me your VIN number first of all.
Yeah. Triple shot by Spoily, Chetan Gandhi, yes.
Yes.
Triple shot by Spoily. Even Chetan knows now. He's not even a car guy, he knows. I have old Baleno 2006 model 1.6 liter G16B. Excellent condition. I want to make stage 1 tune. What must I do? Can those engines be tuned?
I'm not really sure about it. Are those issues?
I think they support chip tuning instead.
Yes,
they support chip tuning.
EPROMs have to be removed from the board. The ECU needs to be opened and then they can be tuned. I don't know if in India anyone has that kind of setup.
I'm not a car guy. I'm offended. Sorry, Chetan. You are a car guy.
Hi, Chetan.
So so we have Chetan here, and his favorite car is M5 CS, and he's a car guy in that aspect. Yeah.
For us, you are a car guy. Don't worry about it.
I called AutoPsych for TVS map, but it's not available for Virtus DSG. So somewhere else, can I get it somewhere else or get coaches CTUs? I'm not sure if those TCUs even support maps right now. I'm not 100% sure on it. I think they need to be unlocked first.
They need to be unlocked, but they do support maps.
So AutoTuner has the unlock
AutoTuner has CMD Flash has it.
CMD has the unlock for it.
And yes, I've been through the process, so I know it. It can be done. You need to go to an experienced tuner for it.
How does one use standalone ECU for an old engine? You pretty much get the entire kit and you can just use it. It's standalone. It means the car's electronics have not much to do with it. The engine's electronics and the ECU itself has more to do with it than the car. That is why it's called standalone. It stands separate with the car.
Custom wiring, custom sensors. That's it.
I own a Mark 5 Jetta TDI. Where can I get aftermarket parts, honeycomb grill, lips, and body kits? Nowhere.
No, I don't know about it honestly.
We were trying to find like kits for his car. He has a Mark 5 GTI, Mark 5 Jetta as well, Mark 5 Jetta as well, and we were not able to find it.
Anyways,
Say bye, Spoily.
Bye bye,
Bye,
guys.
Can I DM you your Instagram, Rohit? Or are you talking to someone else? Off topic, but what's your take on building a Accord K24Z engine? Also, any suggestions on where can I reliably source Honda parts? By the way, I love watching. Thank you so much. After Tavarish and Matt, thank you. Opinions on building that K24? That K24 was built more for the economic sense to like drive in India and drive peacefully. So to build that, you need entirely new internals and everything. You need a lot of supporting parts. Any suggestions on where can I reliably source Honda parts? From Honda, I feel. Honda has off-sale service.
Honda does give counter sale as well.
Yeah, Honda has good counter sales. So
No, Honda might not.
Okay.
Honda might not. Toyota has, Honda might not.
But Honda is pretty common, so their parts should be very
They are
easily.
available aftermarket with a lot of
Yeah.
shops. Don't worry about it.
Can I convert my car from petrol to solar just by parking it in the sun for long enough? Absolutely. That is how it works. If you leave it in the sun for long enough, you will notice that it will just drive on nothing. It will drive on fumes. Love your work, man. We also had some trouble in the past with working, as we had got a LS 430 from auction which had the 4.3 liter V8, and we have built it from ground up. That is great. We were planning to build this car from the ground up as well, but the ground shattered on us. We don't have the block.
We are currently recovering from that only.
We don't have the block. Prashant says, Ram bhaiya ko mera hello.
Hi Prashant.
We are sitting in your chair, Prashant. This is where you sit. Bro, what is your opinion on Superb VR6? Did India really deserve it? Did India deserve it? I think India deserved a lot more special engines which India just never got. India definitely deserved the VR6 in a lot many cars as well. Not just the Phaeton, the Superb and the Cayennes, but in a lot of cars they could have given it, but they just didn't launch those cars. Like we could have got the Passat with the V6, the VR6 as well.
Yes.
But
yes,
we didn't
yes,
get it.
yes. The R36 Passat.
Yeah, they are. I mean,
Too good.
we never got the station wagons. We deserved a lot more cars. Wish me luck for my PG need, brother. All the best, Ketan. All the best.
All the best, bro.
Superb 2012 TDI share views. Great car. It'll just drive. You just put diesel in it and it'll drive. It will leak some oil, but
It will
drive.
drink some oil as well,
Yeah.
but it will drive eventually. If it is not at DSG.
I mean, Ram, your Instagram, please. Evo.retrofit is his Instagram. Check him out. How to put rear disc in Slavia and Virtus? Do the Brazilian ones have?
Yes.
Brazilian ones have rear discs? Damn, do they? Brazilian were like I should type VW Virtus. VW Virtus. Does it have rear discs? If it does, then people will start to import them
Yeah.
and install them. Oh, they even have a cabriolet. They even have a Virtus convertible. Damn.
Cool.
We should build a Virtus convertible in India.
Yes.
I think they can see it in the reflection. Look at it. There is a Virtus convertible, guys.
Even the headlights look so much better than the ones offered in India.
Aren't they the same?
No,
They're
I like
different?
it better. The Highline variants get an LED setup, but it is
Uh-huh.
not as vibrant as this one.
This is a different light.
Yeah, and look at those alloys. They're available in this Indian market
Mhm.
in plenty.
Dude, convertible.
Yeah.
We should make a convertible.
Rear disc, bro, rear disc.
Sorry, yeah, rear discs. You can get rear discs from like Brazil or the other markets which get this car. But people haven't started to do them in India. What is a Webesto key?
Webesto key, sunroof. Webesto manufactures sunroof for OEMs and aftermarket as well.
Uh-huh.
So
Are you talking about a sunroof, Webesto key? What does that mean? Thank you for the 20, but guys, why is the chat freezing? I don't get it. I think you're sending too many messages at once and it is crashing the chat, guys. It is crashing the chat. We are not receiving. Okay, we are back. Okay. Bro, TRW or OEM suspension for Rapid? What is the OEM suspension for Rapid? I'm pretty sure it's not TRW.
Gabriel manufactures it for Indian cars, and
So TRW.
don't use it. Don't, for the amount of money you'll get TRW for it.
Yeah, so go for the TRW.
Yeah.
We want to see on the level of Tavarish. Bro, I'll tell you what. I was giving my 10th board exams when I started watching Tavarish. So he has been doing it for quite some time. Like I'm talking about 2017 here. Should I change my oil from 0W20 to 5W30, 5W40 my storage stage and blah blah blah? Company uses 0W20 for the 1 liter TSI.
Surprisingly, for Rapid 1 liter TSI, went to Polo 1 liter TSI, it's 5W40.
But the newer 1 liter TSI, it's
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
the only difference you'll feel is added refinement with 5W40.
Yeah.
Nothing else. You might see a drop in efficiency, so keep that in mind. Company only uses this because of the fact because they want efficiency from their engines.
Fuel economy.
That's it.
yeah.
But using 540 might help you with refinement.
But long 20 better or not? It's not better, I don't think.
I don't like it. It flows like water. I don't
Yeah.
believe that as ever at all.
The thing is, there was a friend of mine was asking that they are putting 0W20. So I stopped him. I was like, right, get it written in the bill that you are getting 0W20. Don't get it installed in the car. Like, don't get it put in the car. And we service the oil for his car separately. We put 5W40 in it.
You can do one thing. You can buy that oil from the company and you can sell it off to some Swift or Desire guy. Their engines, the K12 engines, run on 0W20 only.
Not getting the indicator click sound on my Polo. You probably have a 2015 Polo. 2015 Polos had this problem. They wouldn't get the click sound. I don't know for what reason. Specifically for 2015, the wiring is so weird and even the parts are weird for the 2015 Polos. Really, Ram bhai, kidnap fair, the Polo is doing amazing so far, but the further upgrades which were in the pipeline need to be done. Gonna speak to you soon, Aditya.
Sure, Aditya. I met him in Jodhpur. Great guy.
Okay. You went to Jodhpur for a couple of cars and you tuned a Jeep.
Tuned a Jeep Compass.
Yeah, tuned a Jeep Compass there as well. Nice. Very nice. Did you get the engine block? Nope. Unfortunately, we didn't get the engine block. We will get it. We'll get an update tomorrow or something. Let's see. What is much easier to maintain and more reliable, 2019 Superb or 2019 Lexus ES300H? Because isn't it basically a Camry? The ES300H, you can call it basically a Camry, but it has a lot more bells and whistles, a lot more.
It has a battery pack as well, which will fail.
Yeah, probably.
And that is not cheap.
So you're comparing a 2019 Superb to a 2019 ES300H. They are really different cars. But I'll tell you what, the ES300H, amazing car. They're not comparable to the Superb, but for the ES300H, you probably just have to go to Lexus. Don't go anywhere else, like Lexus or Toyota. Don't go anywhere else with that car. Hey, love the series, keep it up, thank you so much. Can I swap my Fortuner engine with the V12 TDI? Yes.
Sure, you can. You can do it by yourself as well. Try it.
If you're...
Import the V12 TDI first.
Yeah.
I'll also love to see it.
Fortuner engine. If you genuinely think about it, will the V12 TDI fit in any other car?
I don't think so.
It is a really big, wide engine. It won't fit anywhere except for the Q7, I think. Q7 is really wide. The support of it is really wide. No click sound from a cluster on 2016 Polo. Yeah, 2015, 2016, early 2016 and late 2015, they had this problem. The thing is, I had a friend's MU with me, a 2015 one, and it did not a Emio, a Vento,
Hmm.
and it wasn't getting the click sound, but it randomly appeared and it disappeared. A friend of mine had a Polo TDI 2015, Gitanshu,
Hmm.
and his car never made the clicking sound. We always used to think the buzzer at the back is wrong, like is bad. But I don't know. There is a
When I
buzzer at
had
the back.
that car, I also thought the same thing.
Yeah.
The buzzer is bad, but
Yeah.
no.
Those cars just have this problem. I don't know why. What you can do is go for a newer instrument cluster, send it to us, and we can get it coded so your click sound comes back. The instrument cluster, your speedometer is responsible for the sound. Is buying Civic ZX 2019 35k run for 11 lakh a good price? 2019 Civic 11 lakh, slightly higher I feel.
Yes, slightly high.
I think
Slightly
it's-
high for that car.
I think it's slightly higher for a 2019 as well. Bro, Webesto key is used to turning on the heater system designed to heat the interior of a vehicle or preheat the engine coolant. So he's talking about preheating.
Okay. Okay.
The older like the Fabia 1.4 DDI had the
1.4 TDI, yeah,
yeah,
it had the
the
preheater.
preheating system,
Yes.
and I think even the older 1.9 PDs had the preheating system.
Not the PDs, the direct injected ones, the
Mhm.
ALH engine
Okay.
from the Mark 1 Octavia.
Yeah, that had the preheat, but I don't think
India never received it, the Euro markets received it.
so. The CBU cars CBU cars received the preheating.
Yes, yes.
You know, I was at a scrapyard and I looked at that entire preheating system and I was thinking, is it even worth putting it in our cars? And during the winters, you feel that okay, I should have this in my
For
car.
diesels, yes.
Yeah, but I think diesels have a heater core, electric heater core in the AC box, right?
Yeah.
The 1.5 TDI.
They do.
The diesel already
Chal raha hai?
have. हाँ चल रहा है. The diesels already have the preheater, not the entire preheater, but they have an electric heater inside of the AC box, so it doesn't entirely rely on your engine to heat the heating system. About the taillight LED conversion, video was breaking while you were giving your explanation. So this guy's Shreyas is asking, he has installed LED indicators in his taillight, probably in the headlight as well, and they will hyper flash. What I did for my car is I only installed them in the taillight and not in the front headlight, so they didn't hyper flash. If you install them in both, they will hyper flash.
See, there is a setting in BCM. What car is it?
I think a Polo. He's talking about a Polo.
Okay, so there is a setting in BCM as well. You need to turn it off. Maybe that might help. That helped me basically. I've been using LED
PWM?
indicators,
PWM, did you change the PWM?
the PWM as well, and the collective diagnostics thing as well. You need to turn it off. That helps.
Bro, I purchased Vento DSG. What's your opinion? Its kilometers 80k. What is it? Petrol, diesel?
Yeah.
Vento DSG. Is it petrol? Is it diesel? What
If
is
it's
it?
a diesel, be a little careful.
Yeah. Should I buy an Audi A6, Audi S6 V8 with 37k for 35 lakh?
What year?
Probably 2015, I think. There is another one on sale which was with YPM Vlogs that is going for 20. I think it's going for 38 lakhs. I think it's third owner by now. I think.
Not worth it.
Will canvas error-free LED lights hyper flash? Yes, they will.
They do. They always do.
Yeah, they say canvas. I don't know why they put canvas as a selling point. Like people will buy them because it says canvas. Bit off topic. What's your? I think we answered this question on the Accord K24.
We have answered it.
Yeah,
yes.
we answered this question. What's your take on the Accord K24Z 2.4 build? As we said, probably you need all internals for your engine because the K24 that was offered with this Accord in India, it wasn't offered with the mindset of getting more power out of it, but more economical sense. So YPM is look, I don't know. I've never watched YPM. I'm just saying his car. I think that car that he used to
We have seen
own,
that car on sale.
yeah, I think the car that he used to have is on sale. I'm not sure.
Hey,
Yeah.
Mr. Ram, can I come to you at Fagwada to discuss regarding Taigun GT? No, I am not from Fagwada. So
But he mentioned that he texted you, so that's why.
okay,
Yeah.
so yeah, you can give me a call as well
Via Instagram.
by Instagram. Yes.
There is an abandoned Suzuki Kizashi 2.4 in Pune, which is lying for a year. It's perfect car for upside build. Absolutely, there are a lot of abandoned cars, but most of the times they are abandoned because the owners are stubborn. They just leave them to rot, unfortunately.
See, finding an
Abandoned
car is very
Yeah.
easy, but,
But to
you are now
convince the-
seeing that what is happening with us,
Yeah.
what you are all experiencing through the videos, so
Yeah.
not really worth it always.
And to find an abandoned car is easy. You can look the owner to convince the owner that hey, sell this car to me.
Yeah.
It's not possible. So there was an abandoned Miata, which
Oh.
which was parked there, an abandoned Miata,
Really?
and the owner wouldn't sell it. It was in shambles. I wanted to pick that car up, but the owner wouldn't sell it. It was a blue Miata. This is like 4 years ago at this point. He wouldn't sell it. Ram bro, loved your cars. Your taste is so good.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Car boy. Is 2.0 TFSI good engine? Yep. It's good engine. Great engine.
Venom Performance versus Super Chips, which is best for WAG diesel cars?
I mean, we do e-tuners, so
Super Chips.
Super Chips is better.
Yeah.
But bring e-tuners to this question now. Is e-tuners better?
Super Chips is better, but you go for e-tuners only.
Pratik, I want to contact you. A lot of stages and I want to join in on you. I live near Chandigarh. How to connect with you? Contact me on that red cells and we might connect. Did you get an alternative block for the A6? Nope, not here yet. We are still looking for it. And you guys have some suggestions for the engine blocks as well. Someone commented that there is an engine available in Bangalore. So if you guys have engines available or if you guys have blocks available, let us know. Because so far we are planning that we might just get a car.
Yeah.
The C6 A6.
There is one, so if you have something for us to let us know.
Yeah. There was a person who mentioned that they live next to the guy who is selling the C6 A6 in Nagpur. So
Oh.
yeah, he said that contact them first. Thank you for the subscribe. Which old used car can I buy in Germany which is reliable, cheap and easy to maintain, as there are more engine options here than in India? I mean, I think we have all the engine options: 1.6 TDI, 1.2 TDI, 2 liter TDI. We have most of the engine
Mostly
options.
all of the options, but in Germany,
Like we don't know your situation.
go for a German car.
Yeah, if you'll work on the car on your own or if you'll send it to a shop, so we don't know which engine or which car should we tell you.
Yeah, someone there could better ask
Answer this question, yeah.
question.
What is the cost of Lenzo Yagadyna? I bought my Lenzo Yagadynas used for 60,000 rupees and they were with tires, but the tires were of the incorrect size, so I had to spend again on tires. But a new Lenzo Yagadyna, I think it's 74,000 or 80,000. So that is a crazy amount of price.
Your alloys came with Pirelli, right?
Yeah, Pirelli 215, 55, 17.
Oh, Audi
Yeah.
size.
Yeah, Audi's. Even Audi can take this, can it?
A4.
Yeah, A4, yeah. Not even the A3. Is ethanol blending in fuel good for these German cars? If you're talking about the E20 that we get in India, no. If you're talking about the E20, because in India we have just the E20.
E20 only.
Yeah.
That will reduce your efficiency, and there is no other performance gain or anything like that.
And it will retard your timing so much.
Yeah, it is not that performance oriented.
Yeah. You'll experience engine knock and so much more problems.
Your
So,
engine won't like it, and the price is same as well.
for the E20?
Yeah, why do you need to go for E20 then?
I thought it was cheaper. I mean, if it was cheaper, then. Hi Ram, does the paperweight steering map have any side effects?
No, see, I have a lot of these questions on my page as well, in my DMs as well. No side effects. I have been running it in my Jetta since the past one.
Running on
since
Laura
that
for, yeah.
same time in the Laura as well. We haven't had any issues. Even all of my customers are very happy with it. So no side effects.
So basically what happens at the back end when we install a map is you get more assist from the motor which already exists in your steering rack. So it's just about having more or less assist. It is mostly for the driver's feedback. What these guys do, what the manufacturers do is they give it lighter for the Audi, and even in Audi there are variants, right? There are so many variants, and as high you go in the variants, the steering becomes lighter and lighter to give you that premier feel. So you get the map from the lightest vehicle and you install it in your car according to your use.
We are not putting the motor into overdrive. It can support it. These are
Yeah.
OEM maps, so don't worry about it.
Absolutely, they're totally fine. Ever knew that the Fabia VRS existed? Would have been a banger if India got it.
I have a photo of them testing the Mark 5 Jetta,
Mm-hmm.
the 6R Polo, the Eurospec 6R Polo, and a yellow Fabia VRS in India.
Damn.
I have a photo of it in my laptop, and I just love it.
So Fabia VRS came to India for
Yes,
testing,
yes.
but they never launched
They
it.
considered it, but they gave
Yeah.
the
Instead,
1.4 TDI, 1.2 MPI.
Yeah.
They gave the 1.4 MPI as well, which is the only car having 1.4 MPI in India.
yeah, the Fabia.
Yeah, the Fabia. But we didn't receive the VRS variant of it.
That Fabia must have had a 1.9 PD or a 2 liter TDI.
No idea. Maybe a petrol as well. Who knows?
Possible because they launched the
And all of them
Octavia
were
VRS.
left-hand drive cars. Mark 5 Jettas, not one, 3 or 4 Mark 5 Jettas, 3 or 4 Polos. Those Polos had Blue Motion badges on them.
Damn.
I remember.
highest variant.
Yeah, the Eurospec tail lights.
Oh damn.
6R
nice,
tail lights.
Nice. So they were all left hand drive.
Yeah, all of them. And all of those cars went back. Too sad that we were too little in those years to
Yeah.
experience any of it.
Too young. I love the Kizashi with the 2.0 engine and want to tune it. Kizashi had the 2.4, right? 2.4 NA.
2.4 NA.
Yeah.
Tuning
Again,
it, I'm not really sure about it.
Not the most bang for your buck. It's good as it is. What about swapping 2 liter TDI in 1.6 TDI Polo? As I mentioned in the previous live, there is a shop in Jalandhar who has done it. If you want us to cover that in the next video, let us know because we will be going there anyway.
Yeah.
So that person has installed a 2 liter TDI in a Polo with a DQ250.
Yeah.
If you want us to cover it at any length, let us know and we might. Ethanol blending is being done more than permitted percentage. Oh, they're talking about blending ethanol in the XP95.
Oh,
Yeah, I think that is being done in India. They
Yes,
are mixing
yes,
ethanol
yes,
with
yes,
the
yes.
XP95. Okay, so you are putting octane booster with XP95 as suggested. We don't have. I don't have that much experience with this. I'm not sure if they are mixing that much ethanol or not, and if we should run like octane boosters on a regular basis. We definitely shouldn't run them on a regular basis. It's not too good for the injectors, right?
not good. Not for the rail as well.
What are your thoughts on the new Golf GTI? Over expensive. What are your thoughts on the new Golf GTI?
Actually, I has. Is it
Mhm.
exactly the UK spec which
It
the
has-
badge says? But
Mhm.
I'm not sure about it. But yes, over expensive.
It has heated seats and everything, so it must be the UK spec.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have the touch buttons.
What I saw was the GTI abroad doesn't also have the touch buttons.
Yeah, they removed it because everyone was very annoyed
Yeah.
with the touch buttons. They were like, these are annoying, remove them. And they
R
removed
has
them.
it. R has it.
Golf R
Yeah.
might have it, yeah. So they removed them and they just swapped back to the physical buttons. New Kailak with 1 liter TSI or a i20 N-line DCT, which one will have better mod flexibility?
i20 N-line for the chassis and Kailak for the drivetrain. 1 liter TSI is prone to failure. Keep that in mind. But failure in terms of injectors and all of those things, not the engine. But it has more mod potential than the i20.
The engine itself has more mod potential, but otherwise, i20 has more modern
i20
touch,
is-
car wise.
Car wise, it is better.
Yeah.
They're giving very good package for the price. The N8 DCT maybe
For the i20?
i20 N line.
Yeah, i20
that is
is-
very nice. They're giving a lot.
Yeah. i20 N-Line is more bang for the buck than the Kailak, I feel. Kailak is more for like the older audience, you know? It's not for youngsters, I feel.
You know,
Kailak is...
you can't drive insanely in that car. That body style is not
Yeah.
worth it.
I think Kailak is for the demographic who go for Quid.
Yeah,
Renault Quid or cars like that.
they have kept the pricing in that segment only.
Yeah, Renault Quid and all. Kailak is for those people. I saw it on road today. It's a little bland, I feel. You know, even the Kushaq has so
Yeah.
many good features. Like visually, aesthetically, it has good features, but the Kailak is just bland. It looks like a blob just driving. And it's good for the people who are from that demographic who want that car. But like if you're comparing an i20 N-Line,
It's a
DCT,
mini Kushaq basically.
Yeah, it's a mini
A
Kushaq.
sub 4
Yeah.
meter Kushaq.
So if you want, like, if you're comparing a Kailak and an i20, I think. I would pick the i20.
i20.
Yeah.
i20.
I would
it's
pick
fun.
the i20 N-Line. Someone asked Tiguan or Kodiak.
Tiguan.
Why?
Hear me out.
Yeah.
Not not because I have it. Tiguan is much lighter. Tiguan, see, I'm not talking about the all space. Kodiak never came in a 5-seater variant in India. Tiguan came in, the one which I have, and it is much lighter. It actually, you know what? I had Kodiak and Tiguan once
At the same time.
At the same time,
Yeah.
I was working on it Kodiak, and what I felt driving them
One by
side
one,
by
yeah.
side was Kodiak felt a little heavier. I was feeling like I'm driving something. I have some kind of heft at the back.
Okay, you're pulling along.
Yeah.
Instead of
And
driving.
that was a stage 1 car, stage 1 ECU TCU car, and mine was also tuned. But Tiguan doesn't feel like it. I don't know.
Tiguan feels like more of a bigger hatchback.
Yeah, a bigger Polo basically.
Yeah, bigger Polo.
Yeah.
Even when I was driving it, I would tell everyone, people would be like, you're driving such a huge car, and I would say, no, this is just a bigger Polo that I'm driving. That's what it feels like.
And whosoever have driven my Tiguan
Yeah.
with the lighter steering and all of the
Yeah.
tune and all of those things, everyone has said that why didn't this car sell?
Why didn't it sell well?
Pricing first of all, but it was a very nice car.
Yeah.
Kodiak is heavy.
Kodiak is
I'll
heavy,
just
yeah.
have to say that. But Kodiak has 12 speaker system with the subwoofer,
Okay. It has
which
more features.
which I'd like to steal from any Kodiak.
But like drivability wise, if you take the Kodiak from here to your house,
Yeah.
which will give better fuel economy? Tiguan or Kodiak?
Ba-
Tiguan will.
Yeah, basically both are the same. There is not a big difference, but Kodiak has extra weight, so it will affect. How
Yeah.
much it will affect, I don't know.
Yeah, exact numbers we don't know, but
Yeah.
the average of that car will definitely be less
Yes,
than the Tiguan
yes.
because Tiguan to begin with doesn't have a great fuel economy. It's like 15, 16.
15, 16, yes, it's not good.
Yeah.
What I see in my Tiguan is the fuel needle just goes down like my Polo TSIs, so I don't like it. That is why I drive the Jetta on a daily basis.
Yeah.
If someone was wondering why I have 3 cars and I don't drive both of them daily. Today, by the way, today I have the Tiguan.
The Tiguan, yeah. Slavia Sportline 1.5 DHI good for hills, and seems to be an issue with the fuel injector and dry clutch on hills, stop and go traffic, or go with any EV. If you're talking about a Slavia 1.5 DSG, I don't think 1.5 has the injector issues.
1.5 does have it.
They have it as
They
well.
have it, but
What is
not-
Volkswagen doing?
But not in the extent of 1 liter TSIs.
Okay.
Cost cutting may be the first thing.
Yeah.
Secondly, don't go for a DSG if you want to drive it on hills. DSG, the DQ200 is not for it. Even if you'll tune it,
Yeah,
it's
even
not
then,
worth it.
The
You'll
clutches
just
will
burn
fail.
off your clutches. Mechatronics as well.
Yeah.
Go for a manual. You'll stay in a safe zone.
If you go with the 1.5, go with a manual.
Yeah.
Or if you're considering an EV, I guess EV is the better half of the deal.
Yeah. If any one of you is considering EV, I would suggest go for BYD. A lot of manufacturers are using their batteries only.
BYDs?
Yeah, and BYD is on the top. They have left behind Toyota and Volkswagen Group. So there is something. I haven't driven one for sure, but go for a BYD.
I think that's how they entered the Indian market because they were supplying the batteries to everyone.
Yeah, Hyundai Creta EV has it. The MG Windsor
Uh-huh.
EV and the EV Pro has it. There
BYD's
are a lot of
battery.
yeah. There are a lot of other companies which are using BYD's batteries.
So I guess
Okay.
that's how they entered the Indian market.
Yeah.
That's why it was easier for them to just come and sell their cars in such a huge numbers.
Yeah, and I like the seal a lot. BYD seal.
The seal.
It looks
Is
good.
it the low slung car?
Yeah,
With the long tail lights?
long taillights and
Yeah.
the weird.
Yeah, weird
headlamps.
headlight like goes like this.
Yes.
This is the BYD seal, right? BYD seal. Yeah, it looks really cool. It looks really cool.
I really like it,
Yeah. Looks cool.
and it's fast as well. So
Yeah. What's your take on hybrid powertrains? They are the future.
exactly.
EV is not the future. Internal combustion, internal combustion will stay to a point where it will drive you on the highways, but the EVs will drive you in the cities. EVs are not meant for highways, and internal combustion is not meant for the cities. So hybrid is the future. They cannot get rid of internal combustion entirely. So that is the ultimate future. So you have to get used to hybrids now. Even all supercars, even the new, what was that car? Reventon? The Lamborghini Revelto. Even that is a hybrid now. Like a V12 is a hybrid. So
yeah. Ferrari is doing it. Every big hypercar manufacturer
Yeah.
is doing it. Porsche is doing it. Porsche said maybe by 2030 they would have.
yeah, 2035 they will entirely get rid of.
But they have backed off.
Okay,
from
they
that
won't be
thing.
doing it
Yeah.
because they are looking for a 6-stroke engine.
Yeah.
Porsche is developing a 6-stroke engine which will it will bring down the emissions so less that they can support internal combustion engines in the future.
And it is a reality. What is the point of keeping hypercars why not a BYD seal then?
Probably.
Yeah.
Which car manufacturer is that who has done the auto leveling? It is BYD, I think.
No, the hypercar manufacturer.
No, I think the hypercar manufacturer who has done the auto leveling off and the car jumps as well.
Zenvo, I think, the Irish company.
That is Zenvo ST1, right?
Yeah,
For the
yes,
wing and everything.
for the wing.
But did they do it for the car as well? Like, I think there is a car out there which is electric. It has auto leveling suspension. It can maneuver in any way possible. Open the door, car goes down. I think it's BYD.
Sure about one. It is a Chinese company only.
Yeah, it is. I think it's the BYD. Yes, BYD has done it. Yeah, it is BYD. So even like that car is failing a lot of hypercars.
Yes. The seal can do I think 0 to 100 in 4 seconds, 4 or 5 seconds, which is almost a supercar territory.
Yeah, it is supercar.
So why would you spend for a
Yeah.
supercar if you're getting all of those
Totally.
things? See, 530 PS, all-wheel drive,
530, damn.
390 kilowatts. It's definitely less than 5 seconds.
It is already making more than the A6. We won't be beating a BYD seal in our A6, man. Hi Ram, this question is for you.
Hi Ram, I have got a used virtual cockpit for my Mark III Octavia which has component protection. Is it possible to remove component protection remotely if used? No. See, on MQB cars, MQB Evo or MQB cars, component protection can only be removed via OBD.
Via?
OBD. And obviously that can't be done online. So yes, there is a way to do it. Do contact us and I'll let you know.
Merc E-Class Coupe V6 3.5 liter NA petrol M276 engine. Is it good by 2013 model? How are Merc in general to maintain? Look, Mercedes are money pits, and especially the engine that you're talking about, the V6 3.5. I'm not sure how well it will be. It would have been maintained in the past, so
Exactly.
it is definitely going to be money pit.
See, any big engine, what I have seen here in India, what the trend is that the first owners usually take care of it, but as soon as the car crosses a certain amount of age, not the kilometers, they are not really well maintained, and these engines do require regular and constant attention.
Yeah.
What we are facing, what everybody faces, this is very common. No German car is safe here.
Is it possible to re-register a total loss car in India? Look, in America or countries like that, you have a lot of titles. There is a clean title, your car is entirely clean. There is a salvage title, that your car has been salvaged. And then there is a rebuilt title, which means that you rebuilt your car now. So there are titles overseas, but in India, there's just an RC or the car is RC cancelled. There are no two ways about it. So if it is a total loss and the insurance has claimed the vehicle and they have sent it to a scrapyard, and they've given you a cancel RC registration, you cannot do anything. You cannot re-register it on that same VIN. What people do is change the VIN as well. So there
That
are
is not recommended. We don't recommend this.
yeah, we don't condone that.
You do one thing. You if any one of you is planning to buy it, get a rear wheel drive BMW or Merc, build it into a drift project.
Yeah,
That is very much possible.
if you have RC cancel.
Yeah.
Mercedes or BMW, because you're going to drive it privately on track. You don't need registration to drive it privately on track. You just need to comply by the track rules.
We personally haven't been through this, but this is the process and we know about it. So yes.
Is it possible to swap a Vento TDI DSG to a manual 6-speed gearbox from Polo? 1 liter TSI came with a Polo 6-speed gearbox. Is it possible? Look, DSG to manual is easy. If you have a torque converter, that is another story. Ram recently did a torque converter to manual. It was insane, man. The torque converter has so much different wiring. We just didn't expect it to have that much of a different wiring. But a DSG to manual is easy. We have done it on his Jetta, so that is not too complicated. You just need to know that what exactly you require. For in the case of the Jetta, we required a lot many coolant elbows, which we had to block initially. But then we found a lot of coolant elbows as well, because the transmission was coolant cooled.
See, for 1.5 TDI, if you're swapping it to DQ250, you'll need to build a custom coolant plumbing for it. What we did for Laura.
I think he's talking about going from DQ250 to manual.
Came with the DQ250.
He's not talking about DQ250. He said Vento DSG to manual.
You don't need to worry about the coolant lines.
Coolant lines, yeah.
It's a dry clutch gearbox, it doesn't need it.
Correct. It's very easy on the, but you'll need to add a clutch line, a clutch slave cylinder. So all of that. Pretty easy. I recently rebuilt the engine, timing belt broke. This is my first diesel car and I want to know about the types of diesels and the diesel to use. There is two type of diesel, the normal diesel and the
Extra green?
extra green. I
Indian
think.
oil gives it.
Yeah.
Use normal diesel, use fuel additives once every month maybe.
Once every third fuel up.
Or third or fourth fuel
Yeah.
up. You see, diesels nowadays are not really that bad as compared to 10 years ago. So you can put a gap in it. But if your car is knocking a lot, if your car has low fuel economy, try using the fuel injector cleaner. But if that doesn't work, there is definitely some problem with your hardware.
But he said he rebuilt it recently.
Yeah.
His timing belt broke. You should have done it at the correct interval, the timing belt.
Maybe he has bought it used.
Yeah, probably.
Maybe it wasn't maintained
Yeah.
earlier.
So Spoily got a Octavia, and the first thing we checked was the timing belt. It was squeaking.
What we did was we just pushed on the belt and it squeaked like a duck.
Yeah.
So
That's when you should replace it. Probably much before that, but you should replace it every 7 years or 100,000 kilometers.
6 years or 90,000 kilometers,
90,000
which is what I would say.
Uh-huh.
Don't exceed beyond it.
How to swap steering maps? You need ordnance engineering?
For MQB, there's a different tool. For PQ, you can use Odis.
But one ingredient is you have to contact RAM. Yeah. Which is better to buy? 2021 registered 1.2 GT, 65 kilometers, 6,80,000, or 2020 Polo 1 liter GT, 60 kilometers, 6.4 lakhs.
Now, working on a GT TSI, which I swapped from an automatic to manual, I would say it is a very difficult answer for me because torque converters are not really that reliable what we thought.
Yeah.
So maybe a DSG one, you'll
Yeah.
get more fun out of it. The 1 liter TSI, all the cold starts and the gear shifts, they're horrible. So
Go for the 1.2.
1.2.
And it is fascinating how it is a 2021 registered when they were discontinued in 2019.
20. Yeah.
So for 2 years, they were whoever
Was
the
it a demo car? Question mark.
Could be. 2021 registered. For 2 years the car wasn't
So
registered.
you'd be lucky if you'll get
Yeah.
a 21 registered 1.2 TSI.
1.2 TSI.
Very nice it would be.
That would be the better deal. Superb 2012 or Passat 2012?
Passat 2012. Depending on the variant you're getting, if you're getting the Blue Motion,
Yeah.
go
Passat
for it.
2012.
Even the trend line with a manual,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
it's ballistic. Go
Does
for
it-
the Passat.
Yeah.
Superb 2-liter TDI had a 140 bhp map. A
Mhm.
smaller turbo. Passat
Yeah.
always came with a bigger turbo.
Yeah, the
Even
Passat
the
has more power.
B6, B7 and B8, all of them.
Yeah.
Go for a Passat.
Love from Kerala. Thank you so much. But like with Passat, you'll be stuck with electronic problems, I feel. But I think they both have the same electronic problems. Superb and Passat, they have the
There's
same
no
electronic
difference.
problems.
There's no well, the only reason I am saying Passat, it is more mechanically advanced.
Okay.
It can do better.
It has more power as well, better turbo.
Yeah.
in it.
Another thing Passat has, which a lot of guys might not know, Passat has a bigger oil pump.
Bigger oil pump. Oh, nice.
Same 2-liter TDI blocks, everything the same. There's a different engine code, but a bigger oil
Bigger
pump.
oil pump.
Yeah. So even if you plan
More
it,
oil pressure.
yeah, even if you plan it for a bigger aftermarket turbo, a Garrett one,
Mhm.
you can run more boost on it.
Nice. Any tips for maintaining 1 liter TSI? What are your views on new Skoda Kodiaq? We talked about the new Skoda Kodiaq. Tips for maintaining 1 liter TSI: keep up with your oil changes. Make sure your intake elbow is fine. The turbo inlet that often breaks on a 1 liter TSI very commonly.
And use good fuel.
Yeah. Minimum XP95. Oh, hello Prerak bro. Please more memorabilias for the A6. You know, it's fascinating that we ran out of the memorabilias before the video had completed its 30 minutes. I think at like 12:26 or something, we ran out of the memorabilia stock.
Wow.
Look, the thing is, the memorabilia stock, I'll tell you what. It'll be unique only if I do it in like less quantities. So if you really request it, maybe I'll try to add another one in the next video. And there is another cool story with it, the memorabilia. There were 4 articles. The thing is, while placing an order for one of them, 2 people made the payment at the same time.
That's fun.
So we have 5 people who paid for it, but we just have 4 memorabilias. So either I put a refund for the one person, or I try to find another thing that I can ship.
There are a lot of things which are going to be swapped out for new parts.
Yeah.
So you can wait.
Yeah, maybe more memorabilia will come. Probably. Probably. Love from Mangalore. Thank you so much. Bro, did you see the F1 movie? We are not very like inclined towards the F1 motorsport. So, are you?
There's a new movie.
Yeah, there is an
Brad
F1
Pitt.
movie with Brad Pitt. Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it.
I'm
but
not really inclined towards the F1 motorsports and all of those things, but if I'll get the time, I'll definitely watch the
watch
movie.
the movie. You know, I was free the last month and I was watching a lot of movies. I was rewatching them because I was just sitting at home. I couldn't really go out of the house that much. I was just sitting at home. I rewatched all of the Fast and Furious. I rewatched all of the cars. I watched Planes. I watched Planes 2. And
I haven't watched Planes yet.
you should watch Planes. And I was about to click on Ford versus Ferrari, but I slept. And that was the last day I had, you know, to like really spend the time to sit around and watch a movie. So I haven't even watched Ford versus Ferrari. I should go ahead and watch that when I get the time. VW diesel scandal. How can we get get compensation?
Don't upgrade it to the 23R7 software. That is the biggest compensation for you guys. Trust me.
But I think everyone just got it updated because Volkswagen specifically called every 1.5 TDI owner in 2015.
1.2, 1.6
Yeah.
TDI. Only the intelligent ones who knew about
Yeah.
it, they didn't opt for the upgrade.
Yeah.
Although it wasn't an option, it was necessary, but
Some people
Yeah.
stayed out of it.
yes.
But most people got the update, unfortunately. And people have made a lot of money just selling like pre-Dieselgate maps as well.
We can do that as well.
Yeah, we can do that as well, but not legally.
You can contact us on under the table. We'll do it for you. Don't worry.
Hey Prerak, why don't you import a used block from USA or UK and you can swap it to a V8 if possible? Ram Charan. The thing is, a block weighs a lot. I think our block weighed more than 60 kilos. No, it was easily 60 kilos. We were not able to lift it very easily. No, I was able to lift it, so it must not
60.
be. Yeah,
30 kgs at
30
max.
kgs.
The
Let's
bare
say-
block.
Yeah, the bare block. The shipping and the import duties on it will be very expensive. So the thing is, we can get a C6 A6 for that price. And now that you're talking about converting it to a V8, nope. It's the thing is, I bought this for the supercharged V6. So if we go to a V8, we need a twin turbo, and that is an entirely different story. We need an entirely different car
We'll
for that.
pick a better project for it.
Yeah.
Na? Why this A6?
The A6 is not the best chassis for like a V8
Yeah.
or something. The thing is, it is a good chassis. I'm not saying it's not a good chassis, but a V8 naturally aspirated won't be very good on the A6. It needs either turbos or a supercharger.
We'll build a big project,
Yeah.
a big turbo project.
Once went for a drive in the SLS AMG, best time of my life. SLS AMG, great car, man. The closest I came to a SLS AMG was the GT. What exactly was that car? This was the AMG GT. They came, you know, the green AMG GT that came in India. It did a lot of tour around the country and it went to every Mercedes showroom. I think in 2018 it came to the Mohali Mercedes.
AMG GTR,
Yeah, AMG GTR.
the track
Yeah.
weapon.
The AMG GTR that came to Mohali and I visited that. I visited the showroom and I sat inside of that car. It was a surreal experience just sitting in it, even the start button and everything. It was so cool, but that day they couldn't drive that car. It had something broken at the front of it. Some part was broken, so they took us on a ride in the GLA 45 AMG instead. That was fun too, and we ripped the roads of Mohali, man. That day we ripped the roads of Mohali. It's a really old thing though. This was like back in 2018, 2019. Jetta or Octavia? Which generation?
Oh, yes. Which
Which
generation,
generation?
basically? Please
Mention the
explain.
generation, Jetta or
For
Octavia.
the Jetta as well and Octavia as well.
But if you talk about 2015 Jetta or Octavia, what would you pick?
2015 Jetta.
Yeah,
Any
I would.
day.
Yeah, I would
Any
pick Jetta
day.
as well.
That EA 189 series
Yeah.
2-liter TDI was at the peak. It's way better than the EA 288 series. 288 still has a lot of problems, but EA 189 is the best. You
The
can
goat.
just simply swap it with a bigger intercooler and turbo and easily push out 500 Nm.
Damn.
Easy.
I was talking more about looks wise though.
Jetta.
Yeah.
Any day
Even
Jetta.
the looks wise, yeah.
Jetta.
I mean both engine wise and looks wise.
Jetta.
Yeah.
Interior, exterior, overall, a black
Yeah.
Jetta. 2-liter TDI Highline Plus.
I like the
Highline.
blue one.
You like the blue one?
Blue one, yeah, the blue Jetta. There was one on sale. We went to a dealer we were looking for Octavias for spoily. We went to a dealer. He had a blue Jetta, and I really wanted to buy that, but one car at a time. Borla muffler, is it sporty on GT-TSI? It is very basic. You ran a Borla, right?
I had a Borla Pro XS on my GT-TSIs for 3 years, I guess. It is very basic. I didn't had a resonator or anything else, but now it's a different setup. I'm just running a Borla's resonator tip.
Yeah, a muffled
resonator
tip. Yeah, resonator or a muffled tip.
And a resonator. It is very loud on the outside, but not on the inside. Why did I remove the Borla Pro XS? Because I had a lot of drone in the interior, around 3000 RPM for a 1.2 GT-TSI. So please beware of it. Use a resonator with it.
What's the most expensive and craziest car that you guys have driven? I think the first car that comes to my mind is the Stage 2 340i, Bilal's Stage 2 340i. If you were on Instagram back then, the name was that 340i. I drove that car when I was removing its, like I was doing some coding on it. So I drove that car. I think that is the craziest experience because as soon as I gave throttle, I could just feel the car pushing the road back, not moving forward, but the road was going back. It was moving earth. That's exactly what it felt like. But if you're talking about expensive or craziest, nothing else comes to my mind. I think that car is it. I'm not sure if I've driven any other crazy car, but that is the only experience that comes to the mind, driving that car. My cousins used to have the W12 Bentley, but I didn't drive it. I was very young to drive it. They didn't. I don't know if it was the W12 or the V8. Not sure. I think it was the W12.
Still.
But they didn't let me drive it.
Oh.
What is the fastest car you've been in? Like you've driven?
A V8 Jaguar it was.
V8 Jaguar.
I don't remember what it was. It was
Very
back
torquey.
in 2017.
Yeah.
I don't remember the model because back then I didn't know about Jaguars very much, so I was not really interested into the model name, but towards driving.
Must
the
have
car.
been the XF8.
Most probably.
Yeah. Ram bro seems more inclined towards Volkswagen than Skoda. Yes, he owns all Volkswagens.
No, that is not the thing. I used to own a Fabia as well.
Oh yeah, you used to have a
Fabia. If that Fabia was.
Have you had any car that is not Volkswagen or Skoda?
Before I started crying to buy a Volkswagen,
Okay.
we had a Zen, the Jelly
Yeah.
Bean Zen. After that, we had a 2010 Wagoner Duo,
Okay.
LPG and petrol.
LPG and petrol.
That was literally a can. I used to hate that car. I literally used to hate that car, and it drank so much of petrol and LPG. I thank God it's gone.
Please start budget-friendly mods of Volkswagen Audi cars.
We do it.
I think what we do is budget-friendly. If we had the money, we would be doing a lot more crazier stuff than
there
this.
were 10s and 20s of all-wheel drive Polos
Yeah.
and Ventos and engine swaps with it.
I think we did the most budget-friendly way possible. You know, when we
Yeah.
did the swap of the all-wheel drive, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
we saved like 2 lakhs of labor on it easily.
Yeah, by
The
doing it
amount of
ourselves.
work we have done.
Autogram has sent you 179 rupees.
Wow. Wow.
Autogram, thank you.
So much money.
Damn, your cousins had Bentley. Yeah, it was on sale at that time, bro. It was not theirs. It was on sale. Like they were selling that. That cousin Gallardo.
When we are going
The
to meet
5
him,
point. It's not the pre-LP Gallardo though. It is the LP Gallardo.
doesn't matter.
Yeah, it. I was asking him that. Do you want to manual swap it? Do you want a gated manual on it?
Once
So-
we are in that segment, it doesn't matter what car is it.
So he met me at a cousin's wedding and he asked he came specifically for one thing. He was like, my e-gear is not working fine. I'm like, gated manual swap. Do it right now. Send the car over. Do a gated manual. And he's like, no, give me a better solution. He didn't agree on it. I wish he had. We would be doing a gated manual right now. GT 1.2 TSI or 1 liter GT or 1 liter TSI. GT 1.2 TSI.
Or a 1 liter TSI with a manual.
Yeah, the
No
manual
torque
one.
converter. Please, no torque converter. I hate torque converters now.
Wow, so many questions are popping up again. There was one interesting one in the middle. Where did it go? It vanished. Any thoughts on 2020 Civic Diesel? We were considering it for my mom while we were looking at the A3. But well, we were not even looking for the A3. We were looking for the Q3. But the A3 popped up and we were like, good enough.
Small car. A3
Yeah.
is very small. Smaller than Octavia as well.
Yeah, it's smaller than Octavia. It's a compact car. Take it anywhere. BMW versus Audi, what will you prefer and why? So Spoily has left, but he would have said BMW all day, every day.
He won't have let us
Yeah.
speak in that in those terms. So depends on the vehicle model as well.
Vehicle, yeah. But if we're talking like specifically BMW only as a brand and versus Audi only as a brand, BMW is definitely more premium than Audi.
Yes.
It is definitely more
Any
premium.
day. Any day.
But if we talk about like engine configurations and modability, like how modular is the car? I think Audi is a lot more modular.
BMW also has
BMW is modular, but
Yeah.
within generations.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah, within
yes,
their
yes,
generations.
yes,
You cannot.
yes.
I don't think you can take a part out of a really new Beamer and put it in an
No.
old one.
I also haven't seen it anywhere like people
Yeah.
been doing it. Yes, Audis are better in those terms.
But-
And the quattro system.
Yeah,
all-wheel drive.
The torsion based autos.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the thing is, there was a person who installed an iDrive from into his E46 from a latest, like not latest, but like 2016, 2017 vehicle into his E46.
So that is like swapping each and every
Yeah.
module and wiring
Yeah,
into the
he
older
did that,
chassis.
and there is a video online of him, and he did that. He completed that swap, and most of
It is possible, and with the right tools and right
guidance,
knowledge.
and knowledge. Yeah. Where did you source melee parts from? I need the same for my A6, please. Contact Evo Retrofit. I sent him the part numbers. What about 1.4 TSI Jetta?
See, first of all, Jetta was discontinued in 2016. Every 2017 registered Jetta is 2016 manufactured, and a 1.4 TSI is a good engine till stage 1. After stage 2, it shows its flaws. So, no. Otherwise, it's a very good engine.
I drove the 1.4 TSI Audi A4. It was quick. It didn't sound like. I mean,
Oh,
it is the same 1.2 TSI. I feel like the engine wise.
a bigger, just with an extra cam and
Yeah.
extra CCs. You can answer that better.
I'm 16 years old and I flashed a stage 1 Ultra Unitronics ODS map. I feel like I accomplished something. What was the first tuning experience like? So the first car that we tuned was the 3.6 VR6, and that experience, like I remember first time tuning that car because our friend Abhijit Bhaiya gave us that car because they were really happy that we had starting this venture of tuning and everything. So they just gave us their car. They were like, keep this car, tune it, and like just do a stage 2 ECU TCU. And we were like, really you want that? And he was like, yep, you have started it. I want to be the first customer. So he gave us the car. We flashed it. We had to bench tune it, so we couldn't OBD tune it.
Was it OBD?
It wasn't OBD.
Wow.
OBD would have been much simpler, but it was a bench tune. So first of all, I had to wrap my head around an ECU. So we removed the ECU, put it on the bench, put all the prongs in. We flashed it. It ran really fine. That night, it was fine. The next day, it was fine. When Abhijit Bhaiya came to pick that car up, it didn't start. That car didn't start. So I started to doubt the map. I was like, is there something wrong with the map, first of all?
You called for a lot of revisions, I guess.
Yeah, we did call for like 2 or 3 revisions. When it stopped working, we called for another revision. We were like, hey, send us another revision. The car is not working. So they sent us
It was
another
just
revision.
cranking, it just
Yeah.
didn't start.
It just didn't start. It had, I don't know what exactly was wrong in the map, because it worked fine for 2.5 days.
No, it wasn't anything wrong with the map. The thing is, the car was running another map.
Yeah,
a map from another company.
Correct. It was on a Revo tune previously.
Tune.
Yeah.
And Revo uses their own SPIs.
Yeah,
Flashing
that's-
interface,
yeah, that was the
Revo and
problem.
APR. If we tune, without making it stock from the Revo SPI, we tune any other file on it. Even
Yeah.
if we tune through Odis, not tune, but put a file through Odis, the car won't start, and that is what happened.
That is what happened. But it ran fine for 2 days. You were so happy. And it was running a Revo tune. We didn't turn it to stock or anything. We didn't do any of that because I think we were not able to for some reason. Maybe because of the SPI.
Yeah.
Probably
The
because
Revo
of that.
map. Those checksums are very restricted. You can
Yeah.
only, if the car has been tuned through an SPI, through a specific tool, it has
Yeah.
to be reverted back.
So car didn't start. We asked for revisions. It still wouldn't start. For I think 3 or 4 days, that car just sat, and that was our first car that we were tuning, and that had such a huge problem with it.
Crazy experience that was.
So that was our first experience. Discord, yes. I forgot. We'll set it up this week, man. We'll set up a Discord. Yo, love the build series. Thank you so much. BYD lags on its own service centers and relies on third-party partners, possibly Mahindra. China seems to be dumping cars in India without serious long-term plans. That is possible. Maybe they're not able to find a good market in India
We're
because
not sure
India is
about
not going to trust China that easily. I don't think. The thing is, every part of the car does come from China. You know, majority of the things come from China, but like they are covered in another brand, so we don't know that the internals are Chinese. But when a Chinese brand itself comes in, India we are not going to trust them that easily. So, bro, take on 1 liter TSI and 1 liter TGDI.
We have answered it basically in the i20 N9 and Kushaq
The Kushaq question.
Yeah.
But let's do it again. 1 liter TSI and 1 liter TGDI. They're both 3 cylinders, right?
Yep.
And I think I've driven the 1 liter TGDI. It wasn't as fun as the 1 liter TSI.
Wasn't.
It wasn't. The 1 liter was more punchy, is what I felt. Maybe the car was lighter. It was just a Polo, the 1 liter TSI.
Another thing which I have seen that people have blown the connecting rods out of their 1 liter TGDI.
They have in India?
Yeah. Not with a great tune, of course.
Okay.
But their motors are not really very friendly to the tuning
Potentials of the 1 liter TSI.
And yeah, that's it. Otherwise, just both are good.
Bro, what is a dog bone engine mount and what does it do?
Maybe we can show them a photo of it.
Yeah, possibly.
On phone?
It won't focus on the phone.
Oh.
Dog bone mount alone. So it looks like a dog bone. That is why they call it a dog bone mount. What it does is in our like these cars, Volkswagens and all.
Something like this. If it's visible, yeah.
It looks like this. So in Volkswagens and all, our engines in the transverse configuration, they sit as a pendulum. They are suspended by 2 mounts at the top and the entire weight is here. They are suspended by mounts. So what happens is during power transmission, the pendulum is meant like it will swing. So to stop that swing, there is a dog bone mount at the very bottom which holds it like this at an angle, and it's like an arm which holds everything. That's what a dog bone does, and they call it dog bone because it looks like a dog bone. Look.
One end bolts to the gearbox and the other one bolts to the main subframe of your car.
Yeah, the front subframe. That's what a dog bone does. What is the best muffler for 1.2 GTSI for on the sporty side?
Use a resonator only. See, 1.2 TSI is not really that loud. I think you have heard my car straight pipe. What I experimented was I removed the muffler for a week or so and I just installed the resonator tip. Car wasn't that loud, so you may only use a resonator only.
But you're gonna drive it in Chandigarh.
I don't take it to Chandigarh since then.
Can Passat Turbo retrofitted into 1.5 TDI stage 3? Yep.
Yes.
Can be.
With
Passat Jetta,
custom oil lines, yes.
Yeah.
And an intercooler, don't forget the intercooler.
We can see in back glass. Yes, that is why we are zooming into it so that you can see it there. I'm facing ABS problem in my Jetta, obviously. The code it shows ABS implausible signal. Those ABSs, man, they are just prone to failure. Like, I don't know anyone who owns. Have you changed your ABS?
No.
Yeah, okay, I know one person.
And
like,
it still has a manufacturing date from 2008. So I'm a very lucky.
So maybe they made parts better back then.
Yeah, that is the older ABS Mark MK60 module. The newer cars after 2010 got MK60 EC1 modules with the long coding, with very long coding. My ABS module has only a 5-digit coding, so that is a very safe module to work.
These cars are prone to failure. Like the ABS of them are
answering that question, implausible signal, your ABS is bad. Replace it. Nothing can be done about it.
One day you will try to emergency brake and your car will go straight.
Yeah.
What engine swap is best for a daily fun car into a Polo GT 1.2, 1.8 TSI out of Mark 1 VRS, 1.8 Gen 3, VR6, also which transmission? VR6 in a Polo?
I've seen a video, someone did it in Turkey.
A VR6 in a Polo?
Yeah, it was a blue Polo in a tunnel. It's been a long time and I haven't been able to find the video since. I think I sent it to her.
Yeah, I think I remember it now.
Yeah.
There is a person who has done it in...
But personally, what I would say is put a Mark 1 VRS, the 20 valve engine into the Polo with a 6-speed manual.
Yeah.
That would be very
That was the craziest.
fun. Not the E888 series, those are not good engines.
You'll just constantly fill them with oil.
Yeah. Do the timing.
The chat is freezing, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, okay, now it's fine. Which are good quality imported wheels for Polo GT TSI? It depends on your pockets. How deep are they?
There are a lot of brands there are. You just can't say any one brand. There are a lot of brands.
Would you recommend APR tune for WAG cars, bro? They don't make it for every Volkswagen Audi, okay? APR. I don't think they make it for 1.2 TSI, a stage 2 for
They
1.2.
used to make it,
Yeah.
but APR is only available for WAG.
Yeah, APR is only available for WAG.
So, yes.
But they don't make it for all the engines that are available in India right now. Like
Not
the
in
latest.
India,
Yeah,
not in
like the
India,
late-
yes.
And those maps are Very expensive. So again, depends on your pockets. Can the Mark 1 VRS trans be swapped with DSG? Yes, it can. People have done it. People have done it abundantly. Like, imagine, I discussed it in the previous video as well. Imagine a Mark 1 as the Mark 4 Golf platform. If you want any information on the Mark 1 VRS, search the Mark 4 Golf platform. People have done so much more there. When is the 2.5 TFSI swap for the LoRa and why the 2.5 TSI? The 2.5 TFSI swap will come after
A6.
the A6. Once the A6 sells. The thing is, I'll tell you what, I have an analogy. I have a theory. I mean, the A6 has started to show more problems after I started to discuss that I am going to sell it after it's done.
And you remember you said this thing on the very first day we went to saw the car. We went to pick up the car. So
I said that I won't be mentioning it, but maybe we'll sell it at the end and I won't mention it. But the minute I mentioned it, it started to go bad.
The steering came in my hand.
Yeah, oh yes.
And we had to drive it back home with the ratchet. It says, no, you haven't even bought me yet and you're willing to sell me
selling me. Yeah. So you shouldn't talk about selling a car when you're around it.
Metal listens.
Yeah, it does. And it remembers. So we're not going to talk about selling the car, but yeah, the 2.5 swap is coming, man. The thing is, the only reason the LoRa is sticking with us, is because we are going to install a 2.5 TFSI in it. And that will be phenomenal.
We are not rebuilding the motor. Yes, there are issues. Prereq's video showed that the water pump is leaking and all of the other issues, but no.
We're not going to do an overhaul of the engine.
There's no point in working with that 1.8 TSI.
Yeah.
Either a 2 liter TSI or a 2.5 TSI if we want to use the Heldex properly.
Yeah. Big fan of Nikes. Do you own a collection, bro? I'll tell you what, I'm not very interested in shoes, but I often end up getting like a decent pair of shoes from my sister every time she visits. So I wear it for the entire year and people are like, why are you spoiling these shoes? And I'll tell you what, I only wear them because my sister brings them. But it seems that the GN cap is changing the safety regulations to eliminate touch buttons. Yeah.
Okay.
That should be a thing. Yeah, that should definitely be a thing. But I have installed touch buttons in my car.
And I'm planning to do it in my Tiguan. Please don't say like
Will they come for us? Is 1 liter TSI reliable? Pretty reliable.
Polo, the older 1.1 liter TSI, the DSHA engine code was very reliable. It had no failures. The newer, I don't know the engine code exactly, but it is not.
A lot of cost cutting has happened. So
it looks the same, but it is not.
Would you guys be interested in doing the swap 1.80 2012 in a Polo GT? The engine is whole Mark 1 VRS is ready. Oh damn, you have a Mark 1 VRS ready? Is it running? Are you sure?
Are you willing to sell it off?
The Mark 1
If it's
VRS.
running.
Okay, we are changing your plans now. If you want to sell that car,
No, you're not putting the engine in a Polo GT.
Yeah, if the car runs.
Exactly.
This Jetta 6 Gen is good in terms of maintenance, reliability, and performance. And seriously interested in. If you're talking about like a 2015, 2016, yeah, pretty good. Like the older ones, they will already have so much problems that you'll just be stuck with fixing everything else.
No, but 6th gen it had very less issues.
Have you driven first generation Octavia? Yeah, I made a video on a Mark 1.
The yellow Mark 1 VRS.
The yellow Mark 1 VRS. Hi brother, really confused between Vertex 1.5 DSG and Verna 1.5 Turbo DCT. Please help me through this. I have booked the Vertex 1.5 DSG. If you book the 1.5 the Vertex, that drivetrain is really smooth. It's really good. Like I haven't driven the Verna to really compare, but I'll tell you what I know about the 1.5 drivetrain. You don't feel anything driving that car. I had the Tiguan, the 1.5 DSG Tiguan. It ran so well. I was like, why is this car not selling more? I mean, it is selling in good numbers, but if I were you, I would want to pick the Vertex just for the drivetrain. But overall, like if you talk about the overall build quality, because the recent build quality by Volkswagen is slightly questionable, so I feel like Hyundai would be slightly better in terms of that.
If you are just looking for a 1.5 with DSG, go for a Karoq or T-Roc.
Yeah.
People many times overlook those cars. You won't find anything better than them. And their ECUs are also tunable,
Yeah.
so you don't need to worry about tuning as well.
Even I was trying to look for a VW
T-Roc,
T-Roc.
we saw one in Pune, right? The
Yeah.
white one.
But they're all 100,000 kilometers driven. All of them. There is a guy in Chandigarh, he has a turbocharged 2010 Honda Accord K24. Currently it produces 450 HP. If possible, please review that particular
Maybe
car.
that car is in Ludhiana, not in Chandigarh. That bronze Accord.
That bronze, the bronze Accord.
bronze Accord, yeah.
That bronze Accord, or the bronze Accord.
WK Racing built it, I guess, and I don't think that car is in Chandigarh. I'm not sure, although, but yeah.
Because even I'm not sure of a K24 in Chandigarh, like a K24 turbo in Chandigarh, I'm not sure.
It pops a lot on my feed, maybe because of my location, but yes.
Yeah. Please tell your journey in car so far. How did you start wrenching? Ram has a better journey to explain, man.
No, you start first.
Ram has a, no, I discussed everything in the previous live. This is your live now. What is your car journey?
2013. All of this
Okay.
started back in 2013. So, WagonR LPG. We were in plans for selling off that car because I was bored of that car and I was like constantly bickering my parents that I don't want this car and just sell it off. And now I realize that car was only 32,000 kilometers driven.
Nothing.
Just a 3-year-old car. And chalo, leaving that aside, Polo came, a 2013 Polo TDI Highline.
1.2.
1.2 TDI. The day, 3 days before the delivery of the car, we were at the showroom and it was the launch day for the
GTTSI.
10th May 2013.
Okay.
GTTSI launched.
GTTSI launch.
With the diamond cut alloys, and they maybe it didn't launch that day, but they received their first car on that day.
Okay.
The dealership. So the guy, I still know that guy. He showed me the car and he showed me all of the USPs and all of that, and I was really interested because it was my first very feature loaded car and all of those things.
Yeah.
But the 1.2 TDI wasn't less in any terms. I remember the day we took delivery of it, the next day I came back from school. I was in 7th or 8th class back then. So I just came back, I handed over my school bag to my father. I ran up, I brought the keys, I switched on the ignition, pushed the car back from wo dikha hua na apne? And I just sat in it. I wasn't allowed to start the car and battery was new, so I used to sit in it for like 1 or 2 hours on a daily basis.
You used to just sit inside the car
and listen to songs and just like touch everything.
Yeah.
And nobody used to say anything to me because they knew he had an interest in it.
I used to do that on the i10. We had a i10 for a short time. A Hyundai i10 back in the same time, I think 2013, 2014, somewhere around that time, we used to have an i10. And I would just sit inside the car and listen to music, just sit like and just listen to music in that car.
So that car, AliExpress was running for us Indians and I was looking for a lot of things. Team BHP gave me a lot of confidence that a lot of things can be done to a Polo. People were doing UK Saint. His 2013 Polo TSI, his review came only days or months after we bought the Polo.
Okay, UK Saint's review.
Yeah, the black Polo. And Gannu's thread as well.
Yeah, Gannu's thread.
So
I think that sparked a lot of confidence with the Polo guys.
Yeah. So one day in 2014 or 15, I guess, seeing the Gannu's thread, he upgraded the BCM. I was very much interested in it. What is a BCM? I need to remove it. I didn't had a 10-inch spanner, so I didn't touch the battery. I just went under the car.
Remove the BCM.
I removed the BCM and the BCM shorted itself. The hazard lights switched on permanently. We went to buy a used BCM in a scrapyard. I went with my father. I wasn't aware of anything back then.
Yeah.
He quoted 10,000 for it. And my father was like, what the hell, 10,000?
Ram, pay for this now.
And I was like, looking, what is this? So we went to the company. They quoted 26,000 for the BCM.
How much?
26,000.
26,000. They still charge the same today.
Yeah.
They still charge
It
the
was
same.
a 086 SBCM.
Okay.
So a lot of other problems. I destroyed a lot of other things as well. I won't disclose it. So
but everything started by just
Yeah.
like removing parts and just failing at everything, and
Exactly.
then trying, like learning from all of the failures,
Yes.
one after the other.
I learned from all of the failures, but I wasn't able to repair anything in the car. Everything was
Okay.
damaged. A lot of
Okay.
things were not working.
Okay.
So 2017, 28th April, 27th April 2017,
Yeah.
and we dropped off the Polo for body shop work. All of
Mhm.
those things.
The 1.2 TDI.
1.2 TDI. It used to be driven in Ludhiana's traffic a lot. So whosoever is aware about Ludhiana's traffic, it's not good.
Yeah.
Car needed a lot of body work. So I remember the car was, I didn't have a license. My father only allowed me to drive it in certain areas because of the police checkpost.
Yeah, obviously.
And I remember it was driven 44,000 in 4
Mhm.
years.
Okay.
We dropped it off.
Pretty less.
A known worked in the dealership. Service center
Yeah.
was very close to the sales center, so we went to the sales center. He used to live at the same place and near our house, so he dropped us back home. So that day I saw a GT TSI up very close. Honestly, a GT TSI very close for the second or third time, and it had the new 16-inch Portago alloys. I was very happy. Wow, they have updated it.
Yeah.
It was a silent upgrade.
Okay.
It was April manufactured car only, and I wasn't aware of the
Yeah.
fact that the very next day I'm going to take delivery of it. So at my home when I came back, my parents were discussing about selling off that car. It has a lot
Yeah.
of problems, and he has done a lot to it. Just sell it off and don't let him touch any car and all of those things. So I just politely said that let's buy GT TSI, and they said no.
And you convinced them into buying a GT TSI the next day.
So yes. So next day was an auspicious day, I guess.
Yeah.
And
So you're supposed to buy something good.
so
on
I
that
was
day.
like, please buy GTSI, please. And that's how the GTTSI came. That was the first car. They received it to display in the showroom.
Okay.
Because of the alloys. They removed the spoiler, but they gave the alloys. So
Mhm.
that was the story of the Polo, and that's where all of those things started. Anyways, I imported a 07H0
7H0 BCM
090D BCM from AliExpress
for the BCM
in
Max.
2016.
Yeah.
I was aware of the BCM Max because I did my research, and I wasn't aware that 7H0 won't work in the right-hand drive
Yeah.
cars. So yes, I got it coded from VW only. The remote was working, but the power windows and some other electronic stuff didn't work. But yes, I had a 090 B7 in my car. I wasn't aware of the fact that it needed independent
Yeah.
can lines as well. So that
Someone
was
asked in the how is the LoRa petrol gearbox working in the Jetta?
It has the same ratios as a DQ250, what we have discovered.
Yeah.
The first thing when we went on a test drive, I was only concerned about the fact about the gear ratios.
Yeah. The tops. What is it? Like if you are cruising down the highway at, let's say 90 kilometers per hour in sixth gear, what is your RPM?
1750.
1750. So that is highway cruising
At
speed.
100 it does 2000 RPM.
Yeah.
Spot on.
So it's cruising speed. Yeah.
So that is where all of these mods and things. I got my first VCDS cable back in 2017, I remember, before getting this GTTSI, and that's where all of these things started. Although my parents were really against it, but
Yeah. Initially.
it is what it is.
Yeah. Skoda Laura is a good car. No. I don't know.
Diesel one is a very good car. Don't worry about it. It is a very good car.
If it's a good car, it has only. I mean, it's not like it has only given problems. It has been good for.
It is better than a Jetta in terms of space and the.
Overall, you can make it look
Yeah.
really good with the VRS bumper and everything. The parts are readily available for it. For a Jetta, we never got the GLI. So you don't have the GLI bumpers. You cannot make it aesthetically pleasing to that level. You have to really spend a lot of money to get the.
But I really like the older Laura.
Okay,
The one with
Mark-
the long tail lights.
Yeah, the Mark II, not
Mark
the Mark
II
2.5.
Octavia.
Yeah, Mark II Octavia. Your opinions on new Golf? Expensive, man, over expensive. How did you buy the Jetta?
Oh,
You know how I got to know that he got a Jetta? I was on AnyDesk and he was like, what all is possible via VCDS on this? I have activated some stuff. So I'm coding the rest of the things via VCDS, and all of a sudden he says, "चलो ये तो घर की ही है, करते रहेंगे." And I'm like, "What do you mean घर की है?" He said, "I bought it on a random evening. He has just bought a car, like a Jetta 1.9 PT. How did you buy that? And why did you buy that? Were you looking for a car, or did you just
No,
find out?"
the thing is that my sister wanted to learn how to drive a car. I wasn't really willing to let her drive the Polo, and that Polo
You just bought a Jetta. So
no. The thing is, Polo had exhaust and all of those things, and
Okay.
we only had one car. I sold the Fabia the same year, I think, in
Okay.
2022.
you sold the Fabia at that time?
No, in
2022?
22 I sold the Fabia. In 2023 April I got the Jetta.
I never saw the Fabia.
We met after the Fabia.
Oh damn.
So she was like that. There was a need of an automatic car in the home that she wanted to learn to drive an automatic.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, let's find a good car, a luxury type. So I showed them the Jetta. I really like the Mark 5 Jetta. If you'll visit my page tp.tsi, I have the story of my first time encounter with the Mark 5 Jetta. So
yeah.
I saw this Jetta. It looked very clean. It was with a dealer since a very long time, and it was an older generation as well, with the blue with the red cluster. You might remember. It had the red
Mhm.
cluster with
Yes,
blue
it
dials.
used to have the red one. Yeah.
So I just showed it to them. Price was very good. So I just went with my father to check out the car. The deal actually got finalized, and flywheel was bad.
Yeah.
Boot didn't open. The rear doors didn't open because the seals were stuck. Car had literally watermarks on it since it was
Yeah.
standing since so long. It had really plants growing over it.
The amount of work
Oh.
Jetta has received, damn. Like no other car in your fleet has received the amount of work Jetta has received.
You remember when I first time brought the car here to Panchkula?
Yeah, it was making a horrendous noise. I was like,
Black smoke from
Yeah.
the tailpipe and.
So I asked him, what is this noise? He just silently said flywheel, injectors. And I'm like, okay, do you need a flywheel? And he said, yeah, I guess
We bought
need
a used flywheel.
Yeah, that is why I went there. And I asked him, do you need a flywheel? He said, we might need a flywheel. So I said, there is a guy locally. He has a lot of old car parts. You should go check him out. So we went there. He had a really old flywheel, and we checked for for play in it. It didn't have that much play, so we picked it up, and once it was installed, the original flywheel came out in pieces, multiple pieces. It should be one piece. It came out in
Yeah.
multiple pieces. So the new used flywheel was installed. Even that started to.
He wanted to drive it, but I converted it to a manual. Not because I wanted to do it, because the DQ250
DSG
failed.
failed.
Car had a lot of failure points, but we
Yeah.
recovered it. But DSG couldn't be saved.
So we swapped the DSG in it in November of 2023.
November or December, I guess.
November. It was November.
Yeah.
It was November because I had my exams going on at that time. 21st November was one of my exams, and the next exam was 30th November. So Ram called that, hey, I'm converting this and I need so and so parts. So I said that, cool, I'm free for 9 days. We should do the conversion.
I actually bought a 5-speed transmission for
Yeah,
it.
initially-
Prerak said, use my transmission.
Yeah, we have the 6-speed available. Why are you using the 5-speed
Yeah,
one?
so
Yeah.
that's how it became a 6-speed manual Jetta.
Yeah, so I took the Laura's transmission from here and we installed it in the Jetta, and it became a 6-speed. It wouldn't start initially.
Oh,
It wouldn't start. So
cruise control didn't work for
Yeah.
like 2 months, and I was like, no, I'm not driving this car. But driving Polo was not really worth it.
yeah, fuel wise.
Eventually,
Yeah.
we
fixed
figured
everything.
it out.
Yeah,
and
we fixed everything on
the
it.
car has
eventually.
now. I bought the car at like 72,000 kilometers, and it's like what the odometer showed.
Okay.
But now it's at 120.
Yeah,
So
probably more than that.
40,000 kilometers.
Yeah, 50,000.
50,000.
Roughly 50,000. Roughly 50,000.
And
kilometers.
40,000 with the manual gearbox. So yes,
Damn.
I used a new sash clutch set, and yes, it's good.
40,000 kilometers on the manual. It has. I didn't drive that manual that much in
You-
the Laura. I
you-
drove it for 1800
You
kilometers.
haven't driven the Laura for 10,000
Yeah, it
kilometers.
hasn't been done 10. No, it hasn't. I bought the car at 125 or 126, I think. It
Yeah.
is at 130 right now. Just 4,000 kilometers. Are you planning to deep cleaning A6 interior? No, we are gonna swap it entirely, man. We are going to pick up each and every trim piece on the interior of that car. A pillar, B pillar, seat belts, seats, carpet. We're gonna pick all of that up, dump it, get get the entire interior from a clean A6. We have found a clean A6.
We have two clean A6.
Yeah, in
A6.
Doraha. Yeah.
And yeah, one is very clean. Seats are like literally very clean.
So we will clean the car, the bare shell, once the interior is removed, and we will swap the entire interior, man. That interior is not worth saving. It has rat poop, rat pee, everything. It is a hazardous environment to be in. So someone has mentioned that you are working on old cars and they have the Takata airbags. So Takata had a recall for their airbags long time back because they would just blow up randomly.
Takata went away from my car very long ago, in 2023 only. So I replaced it.
From your Jetta?
Yeah.
I haven't checked the airbags on my Laura though. I don't know.
Recently I went to Skoda to pick up some parts. I was standing in the store and they received a big lot of airbags for the Rapid. So it was just a recall.
Yeah, it's just
and it was like a month ago only.
Mm-hmm. So even the Laura was due for a recall. I think my car must have gone to Skoda because it has always gone to Skoda for the previous services. Waiting for BMW 530D review. It's an absolute torque monster. So we have tuned a 530D to even a stage 1 and a stage 2, and I talked about this in the previous live. It is an absolute torque monster. It is crazy. So I think even the 530D stage 2 was a crazy car to drive. It is comparable to the 340i.
Yeah.
Ram, why are you not posting YouTube videos lately? Why, Ram? Why? Because he's on my channel.
I don't have a right answer for it. Maybe I'm not really interested in YouTube. Maybe that's not the right thing to say. But
Ram, you are on YouTube.
Yeah, but why not on YouTube? See, I'm not really aware of editing the videos and all of those things. That requires I don't really have a lot of time because of the projects and cars and all of those things. So yes, that's why not on YouTube. What I have recently decided that I'll try to post reels on Instagram by speaking in it and
doing a
properly
voiceover.
Voiceover and explaining it properly.
DQ2 swap need for my 1.8. Which generation? Have you driven Punto Abarth? His name is Siddhant or Siddharth, I think. I'm not.
The guy you met here in
Yeah,
Chandigarh.
the guy you met. He had the Abarth 1.8, but I don't remember driving it. I don't think I drove it. I did sit in it. He explained all of the mods that he had around his car, but I didn't drive it. I don't remember.
Helix pump.
Did you manage to find a new Helix pump for your Laura? Yes.
Where is it?
Raj has it, but I haven't gone and picked it up.
But
he has an entire Q3 Helix kept there.
So I didn't see it today.
No, Raj has it.
Raj.
Yeah, he has a Helix kept at the Raleigh corner.
That Q3 is gone, I think.
And Q3 is gone, but there, when you enter his lot, you take a left, and there's always a car here. There is a Helix kept right here behind that car.
Chalo, let's hope it's still
there. It is Ram's Insta ID, Evo Retrofit.
Evo.retrofit.
Yeah, Evo.retrofit.
I'll show you the logo as well if you're confused about it.
I have a 2015 Scorpio. Good random dude.
This one.
Yes, it's his ID. Evo.retrofit. What did you study? I have done mechanical engineering, and before that, just science and everything. So 2019 Passat or 2015 Jetta, which is best option at present? 2019 Passat or 2015 Jetta? They're so different.
You can't compare it.
Yeah, 2015
platforms are not same.
Yeah.
Even nothing is
not even the price range is same.
Yeah.
2015 Jetta is like 5.5 lakhs.
Yeah.
And 2019 Jetta is 10-11 lakhs. No, more than that. 13-14 lakhs.
I recently got one from Delhi. 13.5 lakhs.
13,
it
14
was a
lakhs.
2018 Passat, 57,000 kilometers driven. But a cool car it is. DCC.
Yeah, it has
Crazy
dynamic chassis control. Yeah. Can you elaborate more about the 1.5 TDI with Passat Turbo, please? So you can install that. You need new brake lines. The entire manifold out of the 2 liter.
Yeah.
The entire manifold put
complete
together?
turbo. It comes with the manifold.
Comes with the
you
manifold.
need custom oil lines. You need
Yeah.
a new intercooler. You need a better braking setup.
And a better map sensor as well, I think.
Yes.
They need a higher rated map sensor.
No, I think the stock map sensors work.
It is rated for that boost?
Yes.
Okay.
Mark 1 Octavia needed the 4-bar sensors, but these
Okay.
have the better sensors. And one thing I will suggest that something to just stiffen the chassis and
Yeah.
brace it like
And
chassis
obviously
brace.
a good supporting tune.
A very
a
good,
good tune.
Very good tune because
yeah.
it is a very small engine. You could melt the pistons with
Easily.
in just search of more power. You could just simply melt the pistons.
Prerak, how do you add DCC to LoRa? It is an expensive project to add DCC to LoRa. You can get another LoRa for that price.
Aditya is doing it on a Polo.
Yeah, he's doing it on the Polo. It's costing more than easily 1.5 lakhs.
Easily. He's doing a lot of things. Kessie, BCM
Yeah.
Max, DCC, a lot of things.
Update on the Audi, we are looking for the block. We are still looking for the block.
That's it. Actually, that's it.
Yeah. If once we find the block, it's all like easy from there.
Yeah.
If
we
have
know
the
what's
block-
it, but
yeah.
as of now, it's
we are
just
stuck
a
at the block. We were thinking that we should. Oh man, this is frustrating to think about it. But we were thinking that we would be building it today, and on Friday
Yeah.
they said that block is not usable.
We would have assembled it by now.
Yeah, we would easily.
Yeah.
What we were planning is that we would be working on the engine and doing a live at that time. But now we don't have the engine, so we are still doing a live. How did you guys meet? What's the story? You wanted an auto headlight switch?
I wanted the rear
Footwell harness.
Footwell harness.
Rear footwell harness. So he wanted some part for his car, Polo, rear footwell harness. And
2022, right?
22. And he had got a lot of stuff installed from some of my friends like CS Racing and Car Services. He got a lot of stuff done from them before. And I got to know that there is this guy near Ludhiana who has installed 8K OPS by himself. So I was like, what? There is another geek here? And that's how we contacted each other at the first. Next project, Japanese. True, definitely, man. Definitely. I'm thinking, yeah, Civic 2.4.
Civic or Zen?
Yeah, Civic or
Zen.
Zen,
I'm
yeah.
interested in Zen.
Okay, a G16B Zen then. An expired Zen and a G16B in it.
Maybe if you can help us find a Zen Carbon edition.
Oh yeah, the
three-door
steel,
one.
the steel or carbon.
Yeah.
Why did they name it differently? Aren't they both 2-door, like 3-door to be specific? I don't know why they named it differently.
Maybe one of them was the export variant. Something was maybe.
I've only seen the steel. There is a steel in Sector 20.
I haven't seen
Yeah,
it.
there is a
That
steel.
with round headlights and taillights. That looks weird.
And it has a huge dent in the quarter panel.
Oh.
Huge dent.
I've seen that.
It has a huge dent and it's so sad to see that car. It has a huge dent and I want that car. How about second-hand Suzuki S-Cross 1.6 MGD in 2025 because it's difficult to find stock car in Indian market? What?
No, a lot of S-Crosses are available. Stock, yes, S-Cross is a very good car first of all. And
Even that engine is really good.
Yeah.
Someone has done a stage 3 tune on it and it's crazy.
It is the 1.6 MGD who the guy is running a stage 3 on it.
Yeah.
200 bhp car.
The wiring for a rear wiper in general, power, ground, lane bus to the BCM, that's all.
That's all, yeah.
But you need to run like a line to spray, you know. You need a spray nozzle, so you need to run a line till the very front and modify the pump at the front as well.
No, the pump.
And the washer.
There is a pump with two
A separate,
outlets.
a separate pump for the washer nozzle. I'm talking about the mods that you used to do on your Polo. That sort of economical Volkswagen mods.
Basic mods, auto headlight switch,
Stuff like that.
Very basic mods.
We can-
Wheels and tires are obviously not economical, not always, but you can check out our
Older videos.
videos and
older
the
videos.
Instagram handles.
We usually, when we started off, we used to upload all of that to YouTube, but we didn't get really good results because we knew that the market is really niche for these. So we switched to Instagram. and we were getting more attention on Instagram, stuff like that. So for those smaller things we focus more on Instagram, but with these elaborate builds we cannot put them on Instagram.
Yeah.
So we had to come to YouTube.
Actually, I was planning to put that Polo's video on YouTube to make a big video.
Yeah.
But
Everything that you have done to it.
yeah, I didn't had the time to do so. So Instagram it is.
But that would have done well on YouTube. We should get that car.
Maybe. It's
Yeah.
been so long since I've been to my
Yeah.
YouTube page. I don't even remember.
That video would have done good on YouTube.
Yeah.
Again, the chat is not updating for some reason. Okay, now it is. It has been over 2 hours that we have been live, guys. So we will probably end this in another 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So let's get the final questions rolling and then we'll leave.
Final big important questions if you have any.
I just found out you could get the Zen steel in silver color and the carbon only available. Yeah, in carbon black. That was the thing. I was thinking about that. That steel is only available in silver and carbon. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah. So we should get the carbon because you want a black car.
But I don't like those headlights.
The old ones?
That carbon edition, the weird grill and headlights.
Did it have different lights or something?
Yeah, Zen Carbon edition didn't look very good,
Okay.
in my opinion.
Zen carbon. You don't like these headlights? These are normal Zen headlights.
These are normal.
Maybe you're talking about the aftermarket taillights.
No, I've seen a Zen with round headlights and I don't know what model exactly it is.
The thing is, there was a particular face with round headlights, I remember.
Yeah, yes.
There was a particular
Yes.
face. But I think that was not aftermarket. Maruti had the option for you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the carbon or what it is.
Maruti had the option, I'll tell you, I'll show you. Maruti had, I think that was not aftermarket because I've seen a lot of Zens that have it. Round headlight mod.
Oh.
No, this is not what we're talking about. Like, I get what you're saying, but I cannot exactly picture it. But yeah. What is this? Tribute to original Zen. Oh, this is the original Zen.
Maybe
Interesting.
an international market model, I'm not sure about it.
It says X, Irration X. Cool. Polo 1.8 TSI swap, what all you need to do that? First of all, 1.8 TSI. And
This
then
one.
a lot of fabrication. Oh, this is the older one, yeah.
Yeah.
This is the older one.
This car.
This is the older original one. Who sent you this photo?
Autogram.
Oh. It was Zen Classic. Oh.
Yes.
Wait, Zen Classic? Learning new things today. Oh, see, this is the first Zen.
Those tail lights and
Yeah.
headlights.
Even the later Zen guys used to put this tail light in their car from the
Yes.
Zen Classic. So that was a team PHP thread about the original Zen.
Exactly.
The Zen Classic. You don't like this one?
No, not at all.
I have never seen this on road.
Me neither.
I have never seen this car on road. It looks so cool though. I think you guys can see it in the reflection. I'm not sure. Let me show you. So you can see it in the
Yes.
reflection now.
Yes, now they can.
This is the Zen Classic. The round headlights and all. My friend had went to TDI, the clutch pedal became hard after 10 plus years, and no matter how many times it was fixed, the issue still came back. What do you think was the issue? Did you get pressure plate, flywheel, clutch, everything replaced, or did you leave something in the line?
Check the slave cylinder as well.
Yeah, slave cylinder 2. Because even Vinay was having this issue. Vinay Rathod, he was having this issue, and I was like, just change the slave. He had changed everything.
1 liter MPI.
I think with his car. Is his car 1 liter MPI? Yeah, with his car he was having this issue. He changed everything in the line. Like, did you change the slave? He said no. I said, okay, I guess that's the next best option. Change that too.
Yeah.
My Skoda Superb 1.8 TSI E8 Turbo Gen 2 does not rev beyond 4000 RPM. Is it an import?
Oil sensor, it's usually oil pressure fault. That's because your Maxidot might say that orange light with the speed limiter on it as well. It usually limits the engine speed to 4000 RPM because of a loss of oil pressure. Usually it's not a loss of oil pressure, it's because of a bad sensor. There are two sensors right beneath the oil filter assembly.
Yeah, right. A green and a blue one.
Yeah, sometimes it's because of the oil pump. The oil pump gets those scratches and it gets scored and it doesn't make that much of pressure.
Do you think Vento is so underrated in modding culture because of the Polo? Can we all-wheel drive swap Vento? Vento is slightly more easier to do an all-wheel drive swap on because it has the you don't have to change the top of the springs. You don't have to change that bracketry.
Right.
But to begin with, an all-wheel drive swap is not easy on those cars. Not many people are doing it. And it's not underrated in the modding culture, I feel. Everyone who's interested in a Polo is interested in a Vento as well.
Vento is a very nice platform to work with. I know Ventos which have driven over 3-4 lakh kilometers and they're still going strong. MEO on the other hand is not.
Yeah. But I don't think those cars are underrated. They are pretty relevant.
People are doing it more than enough.
Anywhere you have an
interest in Ford Fiesta or any other Ford car to modify, also if any diesel. Ford Fiesta 1.6S, one good car.
Yeah.
Ford Mondeo it was?
I think
Mondeo.
Yeah.
But you really don't see it on the roads anymore. The Figo TDCi, the one of the very last 17, 18, 19 models. It was a good contender.
Yeah, it was a good car. The Figo TDCi, yeah.
Yes. I like the 3.2 Endeavour as well. Not the older one, the newer one.
Yeah, the newer one, the latest one.
Yeah.
Not the latest one, the one before that. I think they are launching the latest one as well, the facelift.
Let's see
they
if
are
they
launching
do.
it.
If
Yeah.
they do, that would be a good thing.
I recently bought a Skoda Rapid 1.5 TDI. Congratulations. Do you know about Abarth? Can you make that as a next project? I feel that car has been covered on YouTube. So,
Abarth, see, everything has been done to Abarth. A bigger turbo,
better
intercooler, a short shifter gearbox. That's all it needs. It has the T-Jet, a proven engine, so there's nothing really to cover about it.
But it would be a fun car for sure. Just not something we would be interested in because it would just get finished really quickly. Like with the A6, we picked it up only because we will be rebuilding it from the ground up first, and then we would be making it into an amazing example second, and then we would start the modding journey from there. Once it's pristine, then we would mod it. So there is a lot of juice in the A6, and with other cars, I just feel
after this 3-liter TFSI, we are not going to settle for anything less.
Possibly, except for Zen.
Trust me, either it's a Zen or a V8.
Yeah.
Nothing less than that.
Could be a bike.
Yeah. Bike as well.
Yeah,
I haven't worked on a bike ever. I haven't even serviced a bike ever. So you're going to teach me a lot in that.
There was a ZX 10R on, like a crashed ZX 10R on sale. And I was planning to bid on it, but nope. A6 first. Because rebuilding a bike would be something like entirely new, I feel. Like I don't know who is rebuilding bikes on YouTube.
Not a lot of people, not anyone I am aware of.
There is one channel, I forget names, man. I forget names.
Just be back.
Okay. I forget names, but there is a channel. I cannot remember, but he rebuilds bikes. He's not even in India though. But I probably can source parts for a Skoda Volkswagen Audi car. Sourcing the parts is not the issue right now. The issue is getting a block. If you know anyone who can source me a block. Can I swap bi-TDI turbo from Passat on 1.5 TDI? Nope, that cannot be done. The bi-TDI works slightly separately. It's not entirely through the manifold. Busa swap a Nano maybe, or maybe a bigger engine, custom chassis, full blowing drag car. Someone has Busa swapped a Nano. They Busa swapped a smart car. They haven't Busa swapped a nano, they Busa swapped a smart car. But that is the same concept. And someone has Busa swapped an Omni as well. Not in India, I'm not sure. Busa swapping is great, but to find that Busa engine is difficult. Which Haldex is compatible in Vento and where can we buy it from? The Mark IV Haldex is compatible. There is a what do you call? There is a thread on Drive to RU, and that person has done a Vento with a Haldex swap. So they have shared every little detail about it. You should find that thread on the internet. But I think it has been enough time, 2.5 hours, a pretty good live. So many people showed up, so many questions, some amazing stories were told.
Yeah.
I think this is a good place to end it. Ririk, do you have access to Otis? This is my Otis. He has Otis, so I contact Ram whenever I need Otis. So I don't have access to Otis, but Evo Retrofit does. And he is Evo Retrofit. I have 1.6 TDI GT. I'm planning to hit 100 to 200 under 10 seconds. 100 to 200 in 10 seconds in a 1 point. Does that car go 200?
Yes, it does.
It does, right?
Turkey has a lot of builds. Eastern Europe has a lot of builds. People
But
do
you will
it.
require a good turbo, a good tune.
And
And you will be.
trust me, stock blocks don't last very long.
Yeah, those
Rebuild
stock
it.
you'll have to do a lot of stuff to it first. Like
Yes.
maintenance, not only maintenance wise, but like if you're planning to do a 10-second 100 to 200,
That is a lot for a 1.6 TD.
yeah, that is. I mean, the car is small; it can take it, but still,
Engine is not
yeah,
that
engine
capable,
is not that
right?
capable. Or maybe it is capable because people have been doing crazy stuff with the 1.6 TDI, but not like it hasn't been that discovered in India.
Mm-hmm.
People haven't done that much to it in India at least.
There is access to knowledge about this.
Yeah.
You can talk to those people, but experience wise, I'd say that not risk it a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Our conditions are way worse than theirs are.
Mm-hmm.
They have a very good, what do we say, temperature range,
Yeah.
but we don't. So
We
keep
are
that
pretty
in
high
mind.
on ambient air temps.
Yeah.
So we made a 10-second, like in Delhi, Expect Automotive made a 10-second LoRa.
That white one.
Yeah, the stage 3 LoRa that went to Kanpur, I think, or in Lucknow. So they made a 10-second 100 to 200.
But it had a brand new engine, brand
Yeah.
new turbo, brand new intercooler, everything new.
I think it was either 11 or 10 seconds. It was either like the last of 10s, like 10.8 something.
Yeah.
But that was fascinating, man. It can do that. Probably the A6 will become a 10-second 100 to 200. Probably
We will make it. Obviously.
We'll see. So mostly what people do is for a 10-second quarter mile, they go for a Merc Racing supercharger.
Yes.
8.75 lakhs. You spend that money and you get a 10-second 3.0 T. But we will stick with our 207mm pulley and try to get the best we can out of it. Hey Pritik, this was an amazing live stream. Thank you. I mean, it was an amazing live stream because of you, because you all joined. It was amazing because of you. Can I change map in ODS engineering without online?
What map?
What map? I think they're talking about a steering map.
See the, yeah, you can do it. Yes. ODS engineering doesn't need a lot of online access. So yes.
Alright, I guess this has been a great live session, a pretty long one, the maximum that we have gone for 2.5 hours. I think I didn't realize that it has been 2.5 hours.
Even did. I didn't realize that as well.
It has been, I mean, we were planning that we will do a quick like 45 minutes to 1 hour session, but it has been 2.5 hours. So thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much to everyone who joined, who super chatted, subscribed. Thank you so much. The latest video is out on the channel. Go check it out and check out my new website as well, theminiature.in. And we will see you guys in the next video. Probably we will do another live. If you want a live, like if you want a day when you want a live, spam that in the chat and we will consider. Yeah, someone has commented Honda parts are not available off the counter either. So if you want a specific day when we should do the live, you are probably thinking like we will do it every Wednesday. Like we will set up this entire setup every Wednesday evening and do a live for like probably 1 hour, so that we at least have a weekly time for a live session, because I really enjoy these sessions where we get to talk to each other. So if you want that, we will try to get it. So the chat is again not updating. Next Sunday. Okay. I mean, we were thinking that we would put it in the midweek, like Wednesday, so that we upload a video on Sunday, and we don't want this live to hamper the progress on the video. So, but yeah, since we enjoy these, we'll probably do this Wednesday and Sundays.
We can do any of the days.
Yeah.
Not an issue.
So anyway, this is a good time to end it. Thank you so much for being here, guys, and I'll see you in the video or the live or wherever, probably in real life anytime. So see you soon. Thank you so much for being here. Bye bye.